How's it going, universe? Welcome to another episode of Zoobox, podcast about nonsense, much of which you are about to hear. Oh my goodness. We're live. We're live, gentlemen.
We live.
We live.
Oh shit. I was like 37,000. I realized I just clicked on Tim Pool's thing by accident. I was like, what the hell? Our chat is popping.
Oh
Boys,
my god.
we made it.
Zoobox has arrived. All
It's
it
only
takes
a matter
Wow,
of
that would be
time.
nuts, dude. Having 37,000 people listening to us live.
Yeah, well,
Dude,
that's why
like-
you don't look at that. So you cannot look at
Joe-
it until later.
Joe Rogan used to go like, he'd have probably more than that. I'm sure. Like if
Do
it
you
was
think he ever had like a million?
I don't know.
Concurrent
I don't.
viewers? No.
I think.
As anybody?
Yeah.
I think it was like, what's that fucking blue-haired dude? That
Ninja?
fucking some gamer, some ninja. I think he had 1 million concurrent viewers or something
Oh my
at one point.
goodness.
Yeah, that's insane. You got to think of like the technology it takes to have that many people, because I don't know if you know this, but Tom Green was one of the first dudes to set up like kind of live streaming. Like he would have his shows, and
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
and he ended up, so many people came and watched his shit. He ended up owing like a ridiculous amount of money, like. Because back then you had to pay for the bandwidth,
You still
like YouTube hosts everything, so you don't have to pay for it. But don't
Whoa.
quote me, but it was something ridiculous, like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No, he just built the studio, and then he literally had to get like corporate internet put into his house.
Right.
So that means he had to
Right.
get like pay for the lines to be put in and all this other
well,
stuff.
I'm just
But
saying,
he didn't go into debt. No, you would cost ridiculous amounts of money because he had to host all of his own videos because there was no hosting video sites. Actually, you know who does the same thing? What's his name? That Mike David, the Red Bar guy. That's why
he hosts everything.
He pays for all that himself, all his own hosting, his own bandwidth.
It's probably not as expensive though.
It's like
Is it still like that now?
$40,000 a year or a month.
Yeah,
rather.
that's not bad. Like he in one night, literally, like he called the company because they didn't think they would have it. It was something like 1 million people. It was a ridiculous amount of people, and he ended up having to have. I think there were so many people watching. It was literally insane amount of money. Like the next day, he talked about in Joe Rogan on not this.
But it's
last
not
one,
like
but
that now.
It would
No,
be if you did your own thing. It would be.
Well, he's doing the same thing Red Bar is. It wouldn't be probably that much.
I mean,
in comparison.
if you're talking like anywhere in the ballpark, what's his name? James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. He did that for a long time too. Everything
the
was
benefit of
on
it?
his site. You just have full control, and your advertising dollars, you get all of it.
Oh, wow.
But it's just not. I mean, at some point, it probably stopped being cost effective. So they're like, all right, now we're going to go exclusively to YouTube, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, depending on how many people you have coming, maybe.
And you also can do whatever you want. Like, you're not beholden to YouTube's terms of service. You can. That's why that Red Bar guy does it. He's like, I am willing to pay out the ass because I want to do the show I want to do, and I don't want to be told that I can't do it. So
but you have to
pays for
find it on his website.
Yeah, you have to go to his website. He's got his own proprietary streaming stuff. Like,
Oh, wow.
That's an operation for sure.
And does he get a lot of people that watch him?
I think he's probably got like a dedicated audience of probably only like 2,000 to 5,000 people, I would say.
But they're dedicated. They pay.
They pay. They'll pay like the $100 a year or whatever it is for a Red Bar pass.
And then not to mention probably merch and whatnot.
Yeah, and their merch is actually pretty expensive stuff too.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I mean,
did you? So funnily enough, did you see AOC?
Oh, with the shirts,
the sweatshirt.
I'll bring those
Yeah.
up on the screen.
It's like $60 sweatshirt, Michael. A $60 sweatshirt, and it says "Tax the Rich." Like, do you not see the hypocrisy in that?
Well,
You mean that she's making the money from it?
Well,
no,
I don't know.
It's for charity. There was a bunch of different ones. There was like a tax the rich one. There was like a Green New Deal, and they're just premium priced. And then she was like,
But is that really premium priced?
Yeah, you pay $60 for like a pullover sweatshirt. Yeah, but what she said was her defense of it was that like Well, this is made in America. Like we don't pay people slave wages. We pay people a living wage, et cetera, et cetera.
That's good.
But then she tried
she's basically the Jocko Willink of
No, but $60 isn't that bad for a pullover sweatshirt.
No, Mike, that's pretty crazy, dude. I got this one. We got these made. I paid 25.
Yeah, but that was like a military thing. But in like
no. This is just we all put our money together and hired a company or whatever. Like
go to like go to like any store in the mall and you go buy a sweatshirt.
I would say a Nike sweatshirt.
It's like $80.
Are you
$70-$80
like,
for a Nike?
Okay, well I shop clearance rack. Okay. That's
well, I know that. If you go to like Ross, you may be able to get it for 30 or whatever. But if you're buying from like the Nike, it's like $70, $80 for a pullover sweatshirt, dude.
I mean, you're probably right. You're probably right. Which is in itself fucking ridiculous. It is kind of ridiculous that I don't know what they are high quality stuff. It's like Under Armour, you know?
Oh yeah, you're gonna pay for that.
Yeah. I remember I bought a one of those tight, it's like kind of like a running shirt, you know, it's like kind of tighter and it's thin, and I think I paid $25-$30, and it probably cost them literally $2 to make it, you know? Like it was that thin of a material.
Well, do you know what the crazy thing is? Because I had to go do some shopping for my new job and get some clothes, and I got a suit for Ryan's wedding and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you go into these stores and they have these huge like 70%, 50% discounts. And these pants are like $90 for a pair of like black dress pants, $100. Yeah. And they're like whatever, 30-40% off.
Where did you go?
JCPenney's.
Oh wow.
Oh well, so you're seeing like when they show you like retail price, JCPenney price.
Yeah.
And then you got your clearance deal on top of that, so you're just all sorts of savings at the JCPenney.
Well, but no. But my point is that everything's like 50% off, 40% off in the store. But every time you walk into one of those stores, everything's always like 30, 25% off.
Yeah, they have rotating deals. Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows you that they're marking it up so much.
Yes, they are 100%.
They're just marking these things up so much that they know that they're still going to make a profit, even if they give you those pants for, instead of giving you for 90, if they give them to you for 60, they're still making a profit.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. That's the retail clothing game, my friend.
Well, I guess the thing I'm thinking of, like, how much money, especially with like sportswear and stuff, how much money do they spend on research and development? You know, like that's what I was thinking about. Maybe that shirt may have cost them $2 to manufacture, but the design, the people they hired to design, and like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's that complicated.
This guy's a shill for big sports
corporate
apparel.
entities, dude.
No, there is a lot, but I think that they make plenty of. I think they upcharge.
Dude, think about Nike's shoes. Those crazy looking shoes for the guy that ran the sub 2-hour marathon. Do you know what I'm talking about, Mike?
I know.
Yeah. So Sean, they made these very specific shoes. Like they are weird looking, and they're supposed to give you help you run faster at a longer.
They have a carbon fiber strap in the bottom of them that when you land, it kind of like pushes you forward.
Yeah. It's like springs you up a little, right? Like it helps you. And I can only think that shoe, to develop that shoe, I guarantee you cost millions of dollars.
Well, that one, yes. Millions. That Pacific one, yeah. And it's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, but like just to develop one generation of a product, right? Like probably cost tens of millions. Like, I don't know how much, but millions of dollars.
If they could have just called me and told me, I'd been like, listen, if you can get these people to spring forward a little bit, they're going to like that. And they'd have been like, oh my God, where have you been? I'm like, don't worry about it, guy.
But yeah, once they have it,
like once they have it, yeah.
Okay, like let's take like the Jordans for example. They're not doing any development on those. Those are just fashion.
Well, they are definitely more of a fashion statement. You're right, but I guess that would be different though.
How do you think he fucking was able to slam that dunk in Space Jam? Fashion, Michael?
Well, do you remember his pumps, dude? When you could pump them up.
Yeah. Well, like the new Jordans though, like they're not. People don't play basketball on them. They're more just for style.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you, but that's
some of them are meant for basketball, but a lot of them are just meant for wearing.
But the Jordans are kind of, to me, feel a little bit different, like just because they have become a part of like fashion, you know.
It's a cultural thing, yeah. It's like icon thing. It's a status symbol. It's like, oh, dude, I got these Jordans. Like, okay, hey, where's your child support? I got these Jordans, dog. Do you wear them? No, dog. They're too expensive.
Listen, I hate spending money on clothes. I really do.
So do I. Dude. I really despise it. But but when you spend the money, when you actually go buy like a $150 pair of jeans, dude, they're fucking awesome. Like, I can't deny that. But I just can't. I cannot rationalize or justify doing that.
I've never spent more than like $30-$40. I think that's like maybe 50 at once. But like, come on.
I never spent that. I bought mine on discount at Ross.
Like, yeah, that's where I go. Like, if you can find, like, I got a pair of Lucky brand or whatever. Like, those are pretty high quality jeans. They usually sell for like over $100. I got it for like $30, like at Ross's and Hilton Head, because
the problem is just finding the size.
Yeah, I mean, you do.
Yeah, what size are you?
I'm 32.
32, like what?
32-30.
Oh, see, I'm a 32, and it's like always so hard to find that one.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Yeah, it's
even weirder. Like the normal one.
What about like the odd numbers, like 31, 28? You know, like you're like a real weirdo. Like you're a fucking toddler, you know. Oh man, I like
the 32. That fits me perfect.
Okay, fair enough. But you know, it's the thing about shopping for clothes is I hate trying them on in stores. Like, I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time, I think the last time I tried on something was just recently because of Ryan's wedding. I had to try on the pants and make sure that they were, you know, fine and stuff.
Oh, I try on my clothes if I can. Because I'm picky. If I buy a pair of pants, I want them to fit right.
You don't like
you don't want to get screwed.
You don't like that fucking excitement when you're like, this might not work out. This might not work out.
Honestly, I bought some $12 pair of pants, Wranglers at Walmart. They had a Christmas holiday sale. I bought 2 of them, and I'm very disappointed in them. I thought I was going to get some like nice jeans to like go out in, but they'll just be work jeans. They're all kind of fucked up. They don't fit right.
Or some like out on the town jeans, some like going to see Doolittle jeans. I gotcha.
Yeah.
So I have really hard times finding good jeans though.
Me too.
Like I really do. Like, and no, I mean jeans that just fit me right.
Me too.
It's harder for me.
Yeah, the Deegan's got weird bodies, like weird.
Well, I just have such
features,
such thick legs. Like they're not like overtly thick, but my calves.
Yeah.
My calves are ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
just get the classic fit.
Mine too.
Like, look at these things, man. Is this right?
He just showed everybody his dirty feet. He's trying to get himself into a Tarantino movie. Ugh.
Yeah, dude. But that's the worst part. And my buddy Adam and I, that's how we became friends, through that discovery that we both couldn't find jeans. If you're out there, Adam.
Well, and what style are you buying? You definitely. I mean, if you get like a classic fit.
I like straight cut, like straight down. Like those are fine. Those usually work. They just straight cut usually has a little bit wider at the bottom, but
I like straight cut or slim cut, but I don't like classic. Classic is when they're the same.
Yeah, from like
the same as from your freaking thigh all the way down to your foot. That's what my Wranglers are from Walmart, and I figured it, and they're just like these straight freaking.
Dude, you
so at the bottom they're super baggy.
Get some. You gotta get yourself some cowboy boots and get out there on the ranch, boy. That's like old cowboy man pants. It's like old man pants, right?
Yeah,
cowboy jeans are not that. They're very tight around the ankles.
Cowboy jeans are tight.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I was confusing cowboys with like 1984 dirtbag. My bad.
Yeah, that's
like a guy that's like rifling through your ashtray looking for bucks.
Yeah, that's what they look like,
dude. Like I used to get.
Did you buy a windbreaker? Did it come with a free one?
No, it didn't.
Oh, it's a shame.
Dude, I get so sad. You know, people are really down and out when they're picking butts, you know, to smoke. They're finding butts.
I spent a long time as a teenager like that. Yeah,
I
was one of those people.
Yeah, but that's different. Like you're a kid, you know, and you're just doing what you got to. But I'm saying, like, you see like a homeless guy, and he probably hasn't had a good cigarette in a minute, you know, and he's been chiefing all the ones outside the Walmart, like they're just like all placked in there, like the workers that just throw them off. And then they get so excited when they find a fucking a little one.
All right, before we continue,
what up, Becca? Daniel?
We do have we got a couple people in the chat. So we got Profits in the chat and Big Paul's in the chat. So
what up, man?
Shout out. Prophet wrote a message a while ago, and I just couldn't organically fit it into what we were talking about, so I had to ignore it because I'm a professional. We just can't be willy-nilly allowing the chat to dictate our conversations. He says, "I'm glad you guys are here. I need to have a word with you. Last stream, I had $15,000 of damage to my house, burst pipes, flooded basement. All my bananas went brown from the cold. What the fuck, dude? Listen, I figured, it's like trial through adversity. I want you to really sit in the fire. So I used my godlike powers. I hope that really didn't happen, though.
I tell you what, man, Daniel,
especially
go buy a book.
Bananas ain't
Go buy
cheap.
a book. Go buy a book called 12 Rules for Life. Antidote to Chaos. It'll help you fix your everything.
So whole chapter
I've been getting into Jordan Peterson.
Oh, you probably have, you son of a bitch.
Oh, I can't stand his fucking daughter.
I hate Michaela. The meat queen? Get out of here.
I don't really have anything against her. Actually, her and Matthew McConaughey.
Dan, every time I see Jordan, he's always with her. It's just annoying.
Well, I mean, well, you also got to think she's been through a lot in this last year, and I think she's kind of like his handler.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that.
To me, it seems like she's a leach. Okay.
Hey, Dad. Well, Dad. Hey, Dad. Can we put another book out, Dad? You got any?
Shut up.
You got any notes laying around,
act like
Dad?
He has no autonomy. I think, well, if it makes him comfortable and it makes him, okay.
Dude, we're living through a weekend at Bernie's situation. This is like a weekend at the Peterson situation. And do you know what that reference is, Michael?
No.
It's these guys that have to pretend that their boss is still alive and they have his dead corpse and they have to like bring him around like at night to parties and stuff and pretend like he's alive.
Yeah.
That's
because they ended up didn't they end up going to isn't it like the setup is they basically break into his or something at his like beach house and he ends up being dead?
I haven't seen it in years.
So, and they're like, oh my God, we murdered him.
They figured a way out to make a sequel because you find out that the man had a twin brother.
Oh,
and then all those wacky hijinks happened again, my friend, except I think they were in like Hawaii in the second one. Maybe the first one they were in Florida.
That is so
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Hey, have you guys seen The Righteous Gemstone?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fucking
great.
hysterical.
Dude, I didn't know that. I didn't know that existed.
Isn't it good?
I was watching Eastbound Down and Out, and I just...
Eastbound and Down, dude, so good.
Yeah. This popped because I love Danny McBride. So this... And Principles popped up. I didn't know he made that either.
That's amazing.
I watched all of Principles, and then The Righteous Family or whatever came up, and I was like, holy crap, what is 2019?
It's all the same people. Yeah. It's like all the same creative people.
Yeah.
I think Principles...
Why did they stop making it? It's only 2 seasons.
No, well, it was set up that way. It's designed to be. They want to make them short. Like they have a story they want to tell.
Okay.
Like they have a plan, I guess. Right, Sean? Wouldn't that be the right way to say it? Like they have.
Yeah, they have it
pretty much a design for like a couple seasons.
They have it mapped out. Like they actually wanted to stop Eastbound and Down at season 3. They were not supposed to do season 4, and then.
But they got a fuck ton of money.
Well, they got a lot of money, and then HBO basically said, if you do season 4 of Eastbound and Down, we will do Vice Principals, no questions asked, 2 seasons.
Wow.
And they basically, and what they do is they film them like movies. So Vice Principals was actually all filmed at the same time, both seasons.
God, that is so. It's so well done.
Dude, Vice Principals is what's his name? Not Danny McBride.
Yeah, you're talking the other guy that they're fighting with.
Walton Goggins.
Dude. He was great in Righteous Gemstones too. He's fantastic.
I didn't know all these existed. This all just blew my mind this week.
Oh, isn't it great?
Staying up to like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mike, what you did was the equivalency of finding not one, but two $20 bills in your fucking pants that you forgot about. Like you're just going there. Oh my God, $20. Like you found $40.
Because Dan, I love Danny McBride, but I didn't know that these were all out there. So I was like, what's this Vice Principal? What is this?
Highly recommend anybody to go check out those 2 shows. They're
great. Amazing.
It's HBO.
Yeah.
If you have the Hulu, HBO, but if you could also, if you know how, go on the digital high seas and you can grab them. They're awesome. They are.
Awesome.
I actually kind of want to watch it again because I tried watching this crap movie today called Lord of the Rings. And I tried watching it again, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, "Jeez, this movie sucks."
What a piece of shit, dude! This
guy is a
bad person. Michael.
After watching Braveheart, you're like, nothing.
After watching Braveheart, you're just like, this is literally an apples and oranges scenario. You're like, I was watching these 2 very different things, and let me tell you what.
I still think Lord of the Rings is fucking trash, but go back to one of our older episodes. We argue about it for like an hour.
I think it was like it was the Lord of the Wanks. I think it's called.
Yeah, Lord of the Wanks. I don't know, man. I try it's fine. I just not in the mood, right? Like I can't. I was like, well, it's there. I'll check it out. And
Well, go watch these ones.
I can't get.
Go watch Vice Principals. That's a good show.
I will. I might go back and watch that because it's so good.
It's good,
dude. Righteous Gemstones when they go to the water park.
It's great,
dude. Shit. Are they making any more of that, or is that over?
Yeah, they are. Because I looked. They were supposed to make one this year, but it got canceled because of COVID. So
that's all filmed in like South Carolina and Georgia.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it looks like.
That's because that's where they're from.
Do you know I was watching Cobra Kai? Listen, it's trash TV. I will admit I watched it, but it's fine.
I watched it too.
So Cobra Kai.
Dan's over here like I watched Cobra Kai, but Lord of the Rings is trash.
It is trash.
That's right, Prophet. He's laughing in your face. Well,
Cobra Kai was kind of horrible. That was like a horrible show. But
yeah,
Cobra
Kai is a complete
but it's designed to be
time.
horrible. It's intentional in a lot of ways to me.
Wow.
Like it's that bad.
Wow.
Like it's so Degrassi bad. It's just bad.
Well, so is the Karate Kid.
Listen, let me get to the fucking point. Jesus Christ.
Hurry up.
Okay.
Let's go.
So the kid, remember the blonde fat kid from Eastbound and Down? When Danny McBride is like coked out? That kid's from Aiken, South Carolina. He owns a skate park and everything. And he's really good friends with this my ex-girlfriend is her brother. But he is in Cobra Kai in the very first few episodes. He's like a bully. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he like the ugly fat kid?
No, he's just like a pot smoking.
Does he play the ugly fat kid like he does in everything he does?
Well, I mean that's all he has. That's his card. That's
I mean, if you got something, I mean, you're good at it.
He's making money. He's making money.
Yeah, I mean, he probably got paid 10, 15 grand to be in those 2 episodes. He's probably doing all right.
He's like, you're the ugly fat kid from Eastbound and Down. Come on in. Come on down.
Hey, dude, you got a thing. I have a question.
Yeah.
So if you think about I was thinking about Ed Wood earlier, the movie with Johnny Depp and Mike. Have you seen that?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Long story short, it's a movie about a really bad director. It's good. It's really good. But there's Bella. What is his name, Sean?
Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi. And I was thinking about these out of work fucking horror film guys. And I started just thinking, I was like, what happens if we lived in a world where the monsters in movies, they were just actors, they were real, but they were just actors. And how it would be if you were a skeleton from those old movies back in the fucking 40s trying to get a job today. It'd be fucking impossible.
Yeah. This is I feel like this is a concept that you're probably stealing from somewhere, Dan.
Listen.
This is pretty hack.
Done.
This is hack material.
Listen, it is hack material.
No.
This is the point. I was doing the setup.
Yeah,
okay?
It's kind of like if you think about the setup for Roger Rabbit. Right?
No, but the setup was supposed to be.
What?
The setup was supposed to be before I'm rudely fucking. My mask was ripped from my joke. It's over now. Whatever.
Sorry. I was hoping that you should.
I was gonna say because then the only thing the skeleton can do is porn. Because he's got a boner. It was a bad joke, but
I don't know if it was any better than the premise.
Probably not. I'm just saying. I read that joke yesterday and I fucking ruined it.
Prophet wrote he stole it from Antarctica. the coldest of takes.
It was pretty.
Well, I suppose really though that's almost the plot from Roger Rabbit, except it's just with cartoon characters.
That's true. Maybe they should do a remake, but with horror characters.
I think they should make a Roger Rabbit. But all these rabbits, they should fuck each other. I want to see this Roger Rabbit getting busy with Jessica Rabbit. I want to see it on the big screen. Oh, wait. They don't exist anymore.
I mean, if you talk about the technical feat of that movie is pretty incredible, honestly.
Hey, here's a question.
Uh-huh.
When was the last time you guys found a TV show like I found? You never knew about it.
Yeah,
you just happened to come about. You're like, I didn't know about these. I had no idea these existed. I've never seen advertisements for them. This was totally organic. When was the last time you found something like that?
That
it's rare.
So you took a shot in the dark, kind of.
Yeah, I took a shot because it had Danny McBride in it.
I would say.
Oh, so you didn't even know it was made by the same people. You just took a shot because Danny McBride was in it.
Yeah, because it's at the bottom. It did like the little pop up, like actors and what they play.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that'll happen to me with movies a lot because I feel like a movie I'm willing to take a chance and like that's a 90-minute investment. Like a show, I might not know if it's bad or anything until 5 episodes in. That's 5 hours of my life. And I don't do that anymore.
Usually. I would say I can't think of a show per se, but the last movie that did it to me, which was I was completely mentally unprepared for what I was about to watch. You know, it was literally, oh, fuck it. This is I got home from work. It was, you know, I was work nights, so I got home at like 8, 9 in the morning. Couldn't go to sleep, so I'm laying in my bed, and I just, you know, flipping through Netflix, and I see this documentary called Dear Zachary, and that movie like fucked me up.
Yeah,
that shit was amazing, but so fucked up.
Dear Zachary is we've talked about it. I think actually we've talked about it before, but it's
Dear Zachary. Is it a documentary?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Don't
What's it about?
like just don't read anything about it and just put it on one night. You and your kids, you get together, a whole family.
No, don't.
It's you know, it's very heartwarming, inspiring story.
Yeah.
That actually recently there was a movie I saw recently called Let Him Go with Kevin Costner and Diane Lane that just came out.
Yeah, how was that?
That was great. I mean, okay, not like a masterpiece, not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but I was like, it's just like a nice, well-made, well-performed adult drama with a little thriller aspects to it, and I really appreciated it. Prophet says, hot take, the death of the movie theater will save the medium of film. No longer having $400 million a pop to shit out a cartoon starring Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Affleck, the studios will be forced. Yeah, actually, I totally agree. We're going to have a return to the mid-budget movies. That's because the model cannot sustain anymore. They're not going to be able to make a movie that requires them to make $1 billion in the theater to be profitable.
So no more big actors.
Well,
the day of Tom Cruise.
Actors is not even a fucking thing anymore. It's like that's a dying breed. Now it's just about properties, right? Although now movie theaters might just become like this boutique thing for trendy, like ultra rich people, because they're going to be the only ones that can afford to go to them, and they're only going to show, like Disney's going to open a theater, like Disney will buy AMC or something.
And they only show Disney movies. That'll be gay as hell.
Well, those would be the big marquee things that they show, and it'll probably you pay a premium to go. The Prophet says to actually produce more creative works out of necessity, i.e. the original Star Wars and Terminator. I would hope so, but a lot of that is still the ecosystem and what's out there is still just genre shit. Just constantly, it's retreading the same territory over and over again.
Well, I'm sick of it.
I mean, the streaming wars have just begun. So if people don't know, Warner Brothers and HBO Max basically are putting out their entire slate for 2021, day and date, theaters and on HBO Max, and you will not have to pay an extra fee to watch it on HBO Max. It'll just be there. Like, so the first one that's coming out is Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas Day. You'll be able to watch it at home, or you could go to a theater.
Where?
For the theaters that are going to carry it.
You can watch it on HBO?
HBO Max, yeah.
But like they're doing it.
What's the difference between HBO and HBO Max?
HBO Max is their streaming service.
Yeah,
like from Amazon?
You should have it if you have Amazon. If you're paying for the HBO on Amazon, it should be it's just called HBO Max now. There used to be HBO Go and then HBO something else, and they just combined it all into HBO Max.
No, that's actually not true.
Okay.
What do you mean?
There's HBO Max, there's HBO Now, and then I don't know I'm not sure if the Amazon one integrates everything that's on HBO Max, because HBO Max carries like Criterion stuff, Turner Classic Movie section, like they have a lot of other stuff on there.
Oh wow! So maybe I'm wrong. I might just delete. How much is it a month?
$15 a month.
I might just get rid of the HBO then.
Oh, on your Hulu?
Yeah,
well, I didn't know. If you're not getting all that extra stuff, then yeah, you should.
I don't know. We would have to do a test run.
I don't know either. That's really fucked up if they're doing that.
Well, because my thing is this: if you're getting it on HBO, if it's that's fucking kind of gay, honestly. They're kind of screwing, but they're just making people sign up for the app.
HBO Max has more on their service than just HBO stuff. And
I hear you, but if you can't get it through Hulu
or Amazon,
I don't know if you can. That's all I was saying. I don't know if those things are.
Because it says HBO Max on the thing. If I'm not mistaken. Like I'm almost.
I don't know what it says. This is all new to me.
There's
I didn't know this.
There's probably things that say in the corner like HBO Max original or something for certain movies, certain TV shows.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
But anyways,
figure that
they're going to put
later,
their entire Warner Brothers' entire slate of movies for that year. That's effectively taking away 30% of theatrical business for an entire year, where they're already going to be at limited capacity and not a lot of people going. So they're basically they're going to kill the movie theater. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing in the long run. I do think you're going to see a lot more mid-budget stuff being made now, though. That's going to be, which could be good. Could be a good thing for the movie.
So you think the day of actors is gone, big time once?
I mean, there's always an exception to the rule, so there's probably be a few exceptions here and there. But yeah,
I mean, but it hasn't. Okay, so you're saying like people aren't going to go see a movie because Tom Hanks isn't in it anymore. They're going to go more because it's a franchise.
They already stopped. I mean, they stopped years ago. Tom Hanks is not putting butts in seats like he used to.
Well, that's just because he's fucking Tom Hanks and he's a fucking global pedophile.
No, but you could
allegedly.
Somebody like
okay, well, think of it back in the 80s and the 90s. We had people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. Those people would just go to those movies because of those actors.
What about The Rock? What about The Rock, bro?
Oh, The Rock's one. He's one. He's an outlier, though.
The Rock does not sell tickets. He is a known entity. All right. Are you going to let me finish? He has made in the past few years like his own franchises that he was the star of, and they have all underperformed. He did San Andreas. He tried to do it with Rampage. They tried to start a franchise that bombed. Baywatch completely bombed.
But that was just because they're shitty movies.
What's the Skyscraper?
Yeah, but how many movies
back in the day? If Arnold Schwarzenegger was in a movie called Skyscraper in 1988, 1992,
that's true.
Huge fucking movie. Doesn't matter. Didn't matter with those guys. Like they were.
Well, it was also because, but don't you think that has a lot to do with the internet culture and like being able to review movies and stuff? Because like Rotten Tomatoes, people will be like, I don't want to go see it.
People definitely
back then.
People have more awareness. Like the general person is more aware of critical culture, whereas before they weren't. Like you had to go seek that stuff out, and most people didn't. You just watch a trailer and be like, oh, I want to watch that.
And that's how we got movies like Demolition Man.
Well, I guess that is true, but what about? I guess I mean, I was gonna say
no, but they've
Jumanji,
tried. I mean, they've tried.
Not really
he's not the star, and that's a property, and like it's an ensemble thing. And the second Jumanji did not do nearly as well as the first one did, so people didn't really give a shit.
I'm sick of two things: reboots and superhero movies. That's what I'm sick of.
Me too. I'm worn out.
Yeah,
I'm sick of both of them.
Although I am curious what's going to happen with the DC stuff, just with the Zack Snyder.
Oh no! But, you're not dragging me into that fucking that.
I want like a new Lord of the Rings to arise from the ashes.
Well, they're making a TV show.
Yeah, Amazon is doing a TV show.
No, I'm not saying like Lord of the Rings exactly. I'm saying like a new story,
like a new
like something original,
big movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care if it's like an old
dude. They've been trying to.
Book or
that's
something
what they were trying. They try to bring Star Wars back. They try to bring
no. I'm talking about like something
original.
Original. Like when Lord of the Rings came out, it was like original.
Yeah. Well, no, it felt original, Michael. But I mean,
well, I think, but it was also because
in the 70s they made the Lord of the Rings movies. They were just animated
cartoons. Yeah.
But were they popular?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we had. I think we had them growing up, but I don't know. I'm kind of over Hollywood in general, so I'm over it. I'm over the entire.
Yeah, but you like a good movie.
I do like it, but like I think a movie kind of like dragged across concrete. It may not be this high budget film, but if you're looking for like an original film, like that's a really good movie to watch. It's original. It's got like its own story, and it may not be like this big budget blockbuster, but it's cool and it's interesting and it's intriguing and it's funny and it's dark and it's exactly what I want when I go watch a new movie.
Yeah, but those things kind of always been there, and they've always been on the outside of the Hollywood system. Like they always have been. Honestly, nowadays it's easier to see movies like that. It used to be really hard. It'd be a pain in the ass. You'd wait for like 2 years for that thing to come out and like DVD or something.
Oh, but one of the greatest, I think, main developers of original cinema, maybe not original, yeah, original stories anyway, is Quentin Tarantino. I mean, they may be, have homages and have certain styles that are representative of certain eras, but they themselves are their own original stories, their own content,
Yeah, no, I'm just sick of like the Star Wars. I'm sick of all these DC, like whatever, Marvel movies.
You want more like Doolittle.
Doolittle's good. Doolittle's good.
He's like,
I tried, Michael.
I'm tired of these stupid CGI bullshit movies.
Now listen, I said like Doolittle. First of all, I said I enjoyed the movie. I didn't say I loved it. I said I enjoyed it. It was fun to me.
Maybe you enjoyed it more because the kids enjoyed it.
The kids weren't there. What are you talking about?
Into his trap. Yeah. He just fell into his trap. Exposed again for the second time.
No, if I like something, I'll just be honest with it. It's I enjoyed it. It was fun.
I mean, hey, dude,
because it made me feel like a little kid again. I don't know.
Yeah,
I felt like I was like a young boy in the theater, just laughing, and all my cares just washed away.
Mike's heroin is fucking
Robert Downey Jr. is in this cave, and this dragon's just farting on him. It was hysterical.
No, because you know why I liked it? Because I watched the podcast before it came out with him on Joe Rogan. He was talking about the character, and there was actually like a real dude like that. It was kind of cool. I don't know. It was
he got you, buddy. He got you. He got his teeth.
He did catch me, but hey, if I like something, I like it.
You know what's kind of cool though, and something that just kind of hit me when you're talking about if that guy was a real character, like a real person. Where are who's our modern day adventurers? I guess Elon Musk would be like
probably Elon Musk would be the closest thing to a modern day Dr. Doolittle. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in the sense of where were the guys like Sean? What's that fucking movie on Amazon that you can watch? Amazon Prime, the one literally about going to the Amazon.
I've seen that. That's a good movie.
Oh, The Lost City of Z.
Yeah, like those guys were pioneers. And you think about with the first people that go to Mars, you know how fucking crazy that's gonna be?
Is that
because he's saying by 2026. It is. But I'm just saying, like, holy crap,
which is
dude,
crazy.
2026.
We haven't even mapped out like the entire Earth yet. There's still places in like the ocean we haven't been, places in the jungle we really don't know what's out there.
Well, do you know that fucking Asian guy that fucking Joe Rogan had on maybe a few months ago? No. He was like fucking crying on there and shit. It was like
I know that guy.
That fucking dude at like 18 just decided to go to some small Polynesian country or something out there, like just some really small jungle country, and got lost in some shit. Yeah, and he just got lost out in the jungle with this dude for like days.
That's what he was doing.
No, I know. I knew it was something like that. It was I can't remember but it's the balls it took to be the guy that's like, yeah, I'll go on the Mayflower or whatever, or be on Ferdinand Magellan's fucking first circumnavigation of the world. Like, they didn't understand. Like, I mean, the fucking guts it took to get on a fucking ship. And now we're talking about the next evolution of that and going to space, which is even more treacherous than the ocean.
Yeah, but at the time, was it? Because they could communicate back to us. Back then, they couldn't.
Yeah, but Mike, if you're fucking, 500,000 miles in space and something goes wrong, you're fucked. And it's basically like how it was when they were traveling in the ocean. I think it's probably pretty similar if you go by, the ability, but the ability to contact and to rescue people, it's probably pretty similar. But I'm just saying, like, these guys were just rough-hardened people. The people we're sending up there, they're going to be like scientists and fucking doctors and.
Well, the people that like ran across, and they were smart people. They were like doctors and.
Well, dude, no, but not your laborer. Not the guy like taking care of the ship and cooking.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Are you talking about,
even then,
like, well,
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, how many people are they going to send up? Because they're saying 2026. It's not going to be a massive crew. It's probably going to be 10 to 15 people. Like their first, like, landing on Mars.
What do they want to do on Mars? They just want to land on it?
They want to be able to land on it. I don't know if they're going to get like a hab, like from The Martian, with Matt Damon or anything. Have some build. But they eventually want to build a base there. They want to build some sort of compound, which would be insane. I wonder if they're going to do that right from the get-go.
Yeah, they're going to build a fuck house out there, dude. Make Martian babies. You want to talk about fucking maritime admiralty law? Oh, we're gonna sovereign citizens. What are you if you were born in space?
Dude,
law of the ether.
Well, do you think it would be kind? I would. It would be fucking nuts to like you had a kid. He was born on Mars, and you're an American, and this dude's a Martian. You know what's got to happen? Yeah, you got to fucking kill your kid. You can't let them take over. Like,
yeah, I guess at that point, what are you gonna do? It's either like you're an Earthling, he's a Martian. You just don't belong together. You don't.
Honestly,
mix.
What they need to do is completely remove women's uteruses and men's ability to produce children. Like they need to take it all away. Why? You can't risk people getting pregnant.
Why?
You can't risk people getting pregnant on that first mission.
Because they won't have any loyalty to the Earth, Michael. They'll be space kids.
Dude,
but on the first mission, they'll probably be responsible enough not to do that.
Who knows what the atmosphere over there will do to their brains? What if they become super intelligent and then they kill us all? We leave them there.
Elon Musk is really a supervillain, and he brings a nuke with him to space, and he just points it back at Earth, and he just fucking lets it ride. Like, I mean, it'd be fucking pretty intense though, and then that's really what I'm getting to is those people. You got to be kind of nuts to fucking hop on that train.
I think you got to be nuts to live up there.
But you're gonna have to live there, Mike. You fly there.
The first ones are gonna go there, and then they're gonna come back.
Yeah, but Mike, do you know how long it takes to get to fucking Mars?
Well, yeah, it's probably gonna be a little while, a couple years.
It literally will probably take them to get there and back. If they hung out, and they're not just gonna go there and not do anything. They're probably gonna be there for a few weeks or something. They're gonna have to do something.
I'd go.
And it's so cool. It's so cool what Elon Musk is doing with these reusable rockets.
Wait, how long does it take to get to Mars?
I think it's like 3 or 4 months at the shortest. I might be wrong, but I think it's
you're going up there. Which people? I mean, the people that are going to live up there are going to be the crazy ones.
Well, I would do it if I could just be like a bum.
No, dude, that ain't gonna happen.
You're gonna want that.
I don't do anything.
It's gonna be straight communism. I mean, and like because communism works in small form factor. Like
they're gonna build a worker co-op out there.
Well, yeah, it really will be. Like,
isn't it more gonna be like at first like? It's not going to be like a community it's going to be like scientists up there, right?
Yeah, it's going to be research and like testing soil samples and seeing if we can grow shit up there and whatnot.
They're going to get everybody really excited about it and use like global tax money to fund this, and then the elites are just going to leave us behind. They're going to take like a small cross section of people. So let's catch up with the chat. What is MGTOW, my zoo friends? MGTOW's been going their own way.
Yeah. And I've bought my first mansion, first palace.
MGTOW mansion.
Dan, it's about 6 to 8 months to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
LSD laboratories on Mars. That's another one from Walter. Yeah. Why not?
Well,
why not?
Dude.
The farthest reaches.
Dude,
it's Martian law, baby.
But you know,
come get me, cops.
Do you know it'd be pretty crazy though?
What?
So, like, if you think about it this way, once you get up there, I mean, you could have like a sunshine experience, you know? Like, have you ever seen the movie Sunshine with it? Basically a dude goes crazy. Let's just say that much. And if someone loses their shit on a 6 to 8 month travel and they go cuckoo, like if they're going to send anybody, it would be me. Because I spent like 5 months in a row completely alone. Like it was pretty intense.
Yeah,
but if you MGTOW, but if you literally think about Mike, could you imagine?
Yeah, but the people that they're sending down, they're not just like normal people. They,
like they're still people though.
I know they're people, but I mean, it's not like
they're gonna be heavily vetted.
I mean, these are like vetted people that are stable. Like they prepare, they train for this too.
Yeah, Mike, I understand that, but I'm just saying it's still it's kind of like, okay, Mike, you can train all.
No, I'm not saying that it's not hard, but I'm saying is that these people are going to be prepared. They're not just going to be like your average Joe.
No, they're not. But what I'm saying is, you can train for something all you want until it really happens, and then I do. What happens if some catastrophe happens?
We need
like
to
get. That's a whole different thing.
Some dude got out the fuselage and he like started cutting wires. He like losing his mind, and like no.
We got to get a picture of Mike in his new pants from Walmart, and then send it to Elon Musk and be like, "I'm ready for Mars, prepared, dressed for the occasion."
Put me up there. I'll go.
Prophet says,
"Would you go?"
Prophet, hold on. Before you answer that, this might be a detail you might want to know. Prophet says Mars is a one-way trip with the current tech. Look it up.
Yeah, but how?
I thought I had heard that actually.
Well, I mean, but how is it a one-way trip if they're doing the
I thought they came
rocket?
Back.
Who? Nobody's gone to Mars. No human being.
No, I thought Eli was sending a rocket to Mars and then having it come back.
Well, like I don't know if he's doing that, but I know that they might be doing that as a test run. But they have reusable rockets. That's what all these launches we've been seeing. Like they shoot them up into space and the rocket comes back down.
Here, this is a little bird this is from space.com. I'm going to assume they're trustworthy. That's right, Walter. Get your ass to Mars. The nonprofit Mars One Foundation hopes to send teams of space flyers on one-way Mars colony missions starting in 2023. Its initial 19-week application window closed August 31st. With a final tally of 202,586 volunteers. And that was years ago. This is from 2013, this article.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Elon literally tweeted, I think it was a couple days ago, he's like 2026 and we're gonna have people on Mars. I mean, I don't know.
So basically they don't have enough propulsion to get back to Earth once they get there.
I mean the fuel
that's the issue.
But then again, I mean, there may be a way to send more fuel out. Like, you know what I mean?
Like set it up in like a dud with no people on it.
Guys, they're gonna do the same thing they did with the moon, okay, buddy? They're gonna fake it.
Yeah.
We ain't never going off the Earth. We all know this. If you don't know, we live inside the Earth.
Here's a question I have. What does Elon's spending all this money doing all of this? How does he make money from this?
I mean, I think he's
not selling anything.
I mean, he's working with NASA.
Is it just exposure to his name?
He's working with NASA, but dude, he is the tip of the spear when it comes to space technology, space travel technology.
What about Jeff Bezos' company there? What are they doing?
What do you mean, Amazon?
Yeah, he has a space company too.
No, he doesn't. You're talking about the guy from T-Mobile.
No.
Virgin.
Jeff Bezos has a space company.
Man, I don't fucking know, dude. Listen, I don't know, man. Dude, I'm worried about what happens when people get there, and then they're there, and they're going to be there for X amount of time, but the insanity to think that you're going to be on another planet, that's going to be bonkers.
Blue Origin.
That sounds like an ocean thing. But I guess it makes sense because we're blue out there.
He's trying to launch rockets.
The Blue Origin rocket is that what we're talking about?
Well, it's just the name of his company. They may have a rocket named that.
Yeah, but Tesla's at the tip of the spear. Well,
I'm sure they are.
Elon Musk, SpaceX.
Check it out here. Our mission. For Blue Origin.
Jeff Bezos has more money, Dan.
He does have a lot of money. He does. He could probably, but it's it's not that much.
He's got a lot of money.
I mean, it's not that much though.
That guy's got some cheddar.
What are you talking about, Dan?
He's worth X amount. This is what I'm saying. Like Elon Musk probably has 10 million, 15 million in the bank or whatever, and then everything else is wrapped up in his companies. You know what I mean?
So
he sold all his houses. Did you know that?
He sold all his. Trying to do that.
Yeah, he did it. You can go onto his website and he'll give you cryptocurrency. He'll just give it to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's if I was that rich, honestly, I would just rent and lease things. I would never own. Well, maybe own one.
There would be no point to though.
It's just maintenance and money.
You never have to move. Well, you don't even have to pay for maintenance.
Because, that's what I mean.
Like you don't have to worry about shit.
Like, once I get rich enough, I'm just gonna lease a vehicle. Why would I buy a vehicle and waste all my money? If I can lease one and get a new one every 2 years, I would rather just much do that. If I can afford just like a monthly payment.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, why not, right?
That's
Get a
true.
new vehicle every 2 years.
I mean, I guess, but the thing is, well, the thing about ownership, though.
Well, maybe own like one like nice old vehicle or something, but I'm just saying if you just leased, if you could afford, just to make that payment, because a vehicle is kind of just like negative, really, as far as equity, you would just get an upgrade every 2 years.
I guess so. Well, and what is the point of home ownership to you? Like even at your current like level?
Well, for me, because it builds equity for me, but if I was like super rich, there would be no, because this is the only equity I have. Elon has all these businesses. He has a bunch of equity. He had saved so it's a little bit different for those types of people.
I guess so. I don't know. It's a good point.
Home ownership for like little people like us, it's like we're building equity. So we're building something. But for like them, it's like it's not, it's not really worth it.
I guess so. I guess you could argue that. But if you own a bunch of properties, but then again, yeah, it's probably a pain in the ass, dude. I would just
you gotta take up with them, dude. It costs so much money.
These guys don't fucking worry about that though. They got.
I know, but Dan, think about if you own like a $15 million home or a $100 million home.
I bet
think of the maintenance on that damn thing.
I bet it's like probably hundreds of thousands of dollars a year or something crazy.
Yeah, you gotta upkeep all that, and if you own like several of them and different, it's like it'd be such a pain. And you gotta worry about it.
That's true. That's true.
You just rent it out for a month if you wanted to.
You really do. A lot of them probably do, and they charge.
That's what I would do.
30. I know. I was like, it was Jake Paul or Logan Paul was renting a house for like $50,000-$60,000 a month.
Yeah, if you had the money, I mean, but just to maintain that thing, if you owned it, would be so much a year.
Oh yeah, it would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous. I guess there would be once you get so rich though, there's really no incentive to be more rich.
What?
You know what I mean? Like once you hit a certain point.
No, those people, those like Logan Paul. So
I think they want to keep on getting rich.
They're just dumb. They're just vapid, dumb people, and they probably also have smart people running their finances and making sure that they have a steady cash flow as well. I mean, they're not making those financial decisions themselves.
I mean, probably not. Tim Pool does, so I can tell you that. Okay.
That's because he's anal retentive. Seems like.
Well, I would. I mean, if I got like super wealthy, I'd have somebody just manage it all for me. It'd be so much easier.
Sounds like I'll manage it for you, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Let me take care of it for you. That's how people get, ripped off. Like,
well, some, yeah. If you have like your cousin doing it.
Yeah, I would never hire you, Michael. Mike rips up. He pulls up in a new like Porsche. Hey, man, like new like fucking Ray-Bans on, like new suit. Got the fucking wife in next to. He's like, hey man, we're going to the beach. Just fucking peace out.
And that's what happened to that actor. What's his name?
There's so many actors that have happened to. Mike.
No, the comedian.
The comedian.
Yeah, he's like what's his name? He was Dane Cook. His freaking brother.
Yeah, his brother ripped him off. And then there was another guy, a writer, the guy who wrote Fight Club. His like, I don't
Chuck
think.
Palahniuk?
Yeah, Chuck Palahniuk. It wasn't his brother. I think it was just like his financial advisor, his agent, who was a friend of his, like literally robbed him of millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they can't get the money back. They don't know where it is. Like.
Well, that's
so the guy's just going to jail.
His brother was like swirling it. He was like hiding in walls and putting drywall over it. They found it all.
Yeah.
But it took them forever to find it.
For Dan Cook?
God bless him. God bless him.
What? I know that
putting it in the walls and shit.
Wow. Like, so he was doing like some cartel looking shit. Like that's some cartel shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
hiding money in your walls? That's hardcore.
It's called squirreling.
It's called squirreling. Haven't you heard of it?
Is that a real term?
Squirreling? A real term, yes. That's what like the cartel does, yeah.
Mike, where the fuck do you... Mike has got dickering, wheeling and dealing, and now squirreling.
Add it to the lexicon.
The new one.
Hey, do you know how the cartel funnels their money?
Probably...
They launder their money? Yeah.
Yeah, laundry.
Yeah.
Lots of different ways. A lot of real estate, a lot of...
Well, the main way they do it is through gold. So what they do is they take all their cash from the drugs they sell. They'll go back down to like Peru. They'll buy a bunch of gold and then they sell it to the federal government. Our federal government. They sell it to them.
Yeah.
And then that's how they get their money. And it's all legit.
It's all legit. It looks clean. Because Peru doesn't give a fuck.
No, Peru doesn't care. The gold miners, they go out mine it. The cartel goes down there. They buy the gold from them, and then they sell it to the United States.
And then the Peru people will. It's actually it's pretty interesting to think about how the world currency basically is the U.S. dollar, and now how China's coming for that. Dude, China and India really might go to war. Like they've had legit skirmishes on the Indian-China.
What the hell was
throwing your gold away, buddy?
What is India doing?
Well, they had like a hand-to-hand combat type of thing where dudes were getting their heads smashed in with like rocks like a few months ago.
There's a country I'm interested in. I don't know what drives their economy.
What, India?
Right.
Yeah.
Like the caste system.
Slavery.
No, but what are they selling? Like, what are they? I don't even know. Like, what they do.
It's exports. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Probably farmed goods. Bollywood.
It can't just be fucking yoga.
I bet it's just yoga. Dude, there's that. Didn't you tell me to watch that documentary on that fucking Bikram dude? Did you watch it on him? Did you watch the documentary? Me? Yeah, Mike.
Oh, Bikram. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the documentary on that guy?
Yeah.
On Netflix? Yeah. That fucking shit was nuts. Like how much money he made from just telling a bunch of white women like just to make him sweat and feel like shit and get his little pee-pee touch.
He was getting it too, man.
Oh, he was getting it, dude. I want that haircut, dude, where it's all bald on top and then just the ponytail in the back.
He's getting it.
That's gonna be me in fucking 5 years.
But here's the thing, dude. Some of those women, I guarantee you, were like willing to do that.
Oh, I mean, and this is the thing, though. This is where like Sean and I have discussed very in depth about, well, just because you have power and you make a move, like,
So so if you have all this power and you're single, whatever, he was married, but if you were single, you have all this power, you're rich and famous, what are you supposed to do then as a male?
Well, and that's the thing. Move? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I guess, with the conflicting hypocrisy of our current time that we live in, is that what do women want? Security, money, like they're a man to be like, so they can do what they want, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as a man, like if let's say you are a business guy and then like there's a lady that works on like the floor below you or whatever, you're making really good money and you ask her out, you could potentially get fired for fucking harassment.
Yeah.
Like, like if they get pissed at you, that's the thing. They got all the cards, man. So they could, if a woman gets pissed at you, and it's the same thing with the divorce courts. My buddy, I'm not going to, say his name or anything, but he's going through a tough time with this divorce because he can't afford a lawyer. And his wife, ex-wife now, or soon to be, is fucking being like a complete jerk. Like her and her lawyer just like going after his house, like even though he bought it when they were already split up, like all this like terrible stuff, it's like awful. And the courts, and she cheated on him for months. And in Colorado, you can't use that as grounds for a divorce. You can't use that as like basically, hey, like you messed up. You can't use it in court against them.
Divorces get really ugly. They scare the hell out of me. I would never want to get a divorce because I know that I have no leverage.
It's wild, man. That's where that men go their own way movement kind of really was birthed from. It was from the sexual harassment stuff and the sexual assault, like the Me Too movement, hold on.
MGTOW's been around for a long time. It's just it has become more it being understood as being more of a mainstream thing is probably in the last like 10 years.
Well, men do not have the same kind of leverage in a divorce.
Well, that's one of the arguments that they have is that there's plenty of it's like 84% of all fathers lose 50-50 custody with their kids. That's something crazy like that. I don't know if that's Canada specific or U.S. North America specifics, but it's pretty common that you're going to see women will get the full custody, even though they may be a worse parent. And like you get into child support and like how that really got birthed, no pun intended, was because women back in the day really had no life skills. They couldn't read, couldn't write, and their husband would just up and leave them, and they would have no way to, with the kids and everything, and leave them with nothing. and they have no skills to be able to go and compete in the real world. So they created child support. So saying like, if you're going to leave your wife, if you're going to leave, then you have to.
But in some cases, if it's like a case where like child support is good in some cases, because if it's like a case where, okay, he's leaving, the father's leaving or whatever, and he doesn't want 50-50, then in that situation, it's good. Or if it's like here's a situation.
Well, Mike, even if you're sharing custody, Mike, you still got to pay child support.
I know that. That's where it's messed up. But here's the thing. Here's the situation.
Well, what do you mean by sharing custody? It's whoever has is the primary caregiver.
Right.
Yeah,
but that's not necessarily true either, though. Because the husband can be the primary caregiver, but the courts won't make the wife pay child support.
It's usually about your means, like how much. Like even with men, it's their means. They look at like, well, how much you make, and they make a determination.
That's how they do it.
Some countries, like I know Canada is pretty bad. I think in terms of like men's like their rights in terms of that process. I don't think it's as bad in the United States. I'm not 100% sure.
I think it's pretty terrible.
But yeah, oftentimes dudes do get screwed over. I mean, it was developed. All these systems were put in place for a good reason. I just don't think they're antiquated. They're out of date.
Well,
they haven't changed in 100 years. So
well, here's a question I have. Let's say you're the male, and let's say you make.
I can imagine that
$500,000 a year.
Yeah.
And your wife makes 50.
Yeah.
Should you have to pay her? And let's say you split custody. Should you have to pay her so the kids grow up in the same environment?
Well, that's what the argument is, right? Yeah. That's what they're saying, that like, well, even Mike, even in regular divorce, if you and your wife have been together and she was accustomed to a certain lifestyle, you have to pay her too, even without
I know,
kids.
that's what I mean. That's where it kind of gets messed up.
Well, because it's like we were saying, it's kind of their older laws. They have not really been properly vetted for the modern era.
But in some situations, let's say you have 4 kids and your wife stayed home with the children. Let's say the children,
they consider that like that's time served. Like she did that. That was her career, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And then you might have some sort of responsibility to her and the children because that was kind of her job. And now you're just kind of leaving her. And if she hasn't done anything in the time since you guys got married and she started having kids, then what the fuck is she supposed to do? Like and, and then that depends on who initiates divorce, who wants the divorce. Like there's all these things, So,
but that's where it kind of gets messed up because if she's staying home and not advancing, and you're advancing,
yeah, but she's
then
not
it kind of makes sense that you would have to pay.
Well, yeah, exactly, because she's taking. Or I mean, it could go either way. Whether it was you could reverse the roles,
or it could be the other way too.
Then I suppose obviously that's where the argument comes from because that's what used to be the case more often than not, and women would get kind of fucked over. Like dudes would just literally dip. And they would have nothing. So
now you're getting into where like someone like Adele just got divorced, and I think she had to pay her ex-husband like $50 million or whatever dollars.
Listen, he was there. And women were. She lost all that weight. I mean, come on.
I know.
You're welcome,
I know,
Adele.
but the point is that it's so predatory too. The divorce system is so predatory on men in general, and it usually leads to the fact, or what if you want to say the breadwinner.
That is the person that's most adversely affected by divorce.
And that's why you don't get married, dude.
Makes the most money.
But then they get your ass through common law marriage.
They can. Yeah, they can come after you for that.
Certain states.
Like probably where you live, there probably is some sort of weird common law thing.
10 years or something,
probably,
and then
you're considered common law. It's probably like 6 months. Like if you live with somebody with 6 months, they're going to consider you married. Yeah.
And I know that some people don't want to be in the States again.
That's not true.
But in some situations, it has to go to the state because if there's kids involved, and the kids are the ones that end up, like let's say like what we just said, this guy's over here bawling CEO or she's a CEO or whatever, and then they just leave, and then they leave the other person hasn't done anything, then they're kind of like.
Well, I think it's really in that
kind of situation. It makes sense. You need someone to say, hey, no, you do got to pay for these kids.
No, I agree. But
and she did her time staying home, raising them while you were out. Or Yeah.
Well, like what I've seen, and like just when I was working in the food industry and stuff, or service business, and like you've probably worked around construction guys, they're paying $600,
Oh, I know.
$700 every 2 weeks or whatever. I don't know
Yeah.
how child support works, but it ends up being a large portion of their paycheck, and it makes it difficult for them to even like live a life. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's why divorce is should be a last resort.
The
Like
average divorce to cost a person $250,000 when it's all said and done.
no one will get divorced. Well, I know. I mean,
No,
like,
that's what it's going to cost you.
like Jordan Peterson said something that was pretty interesting. He was talking about divorce today. And he was going, basically this person was like, oh, maybe we should just make divorce like easy, basically, and not make it so expensive, and not like use lawyers and not do this. Like, hey, if you don't want to be together anymore, just don't be together anymore. And he goes, that's kind of naive, like to think that's
Yeah, because there'd be such a huge ripple effect. A lot of times what stops people from doing it, and probably more often than not, it actually is a good thing, is that barrier to entry. Is the expense of it, is the cost of it.
But do you want to hear like the fucked up part though about my friend? Is that he was the breadwinner, right? But her parents are millionaires.
Yeah, I know.
So
yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with her.
No, it does, because she can afford the best lawyers and the best people to constantly screw this guy when he's just trying to get by. He's just trying to raise his kid. He stayed there for his kid. Like he's trying his best. But now because she can afford this like tens of thousands of dollars worth of lawyers, that she can pay because of her parents, and because she was the breadwinner too in their relationship. I'm just like, in this particular example, she actually was. She was the breadwinner. She made more money than him. And they're still able to screw him like this. It's disgusting.
Well, because he doesn't have a lawyer.
Yeah, he can't afford it. Because, Mike, at the end of the day, you talk
listen,
about,
lawyers are a lot of money.
15, 20, 30 grand. I had a friend that got in trouble in the military. She spent $35,000 on a private lawyer just so she wouldn't go to jail or get in trouble. And it worked. She got to stay in, and she's still having a good career. But, I mean, Jesus. Like, that's intense. That's intense, dude.
That's a lot of money.
Did you know, like, to get to the Supreme Court, the average cost it's literally, like, insane. The average cost is like $1 million.
But here's the thing, Dan. What other system? Because no matter what you do, when you put a system in on such a large scale like the United States, there's going to be ways that people can abuse the system. They're going to take advantage of it. There's always going to be an advantage that somebody's going to figure out.
I mean, I'm not saying that there is. I'm not saying that we should fix the system. I don't know if there's a way to fix it, but there's a way to reform it, right? It's kind of like what we're doing.
But even if you reform it, how do you? Because in that situation, how is the judge or the state supposed to know that who's paying her lawyer fee?
Exactly. I agree that I'm not saying that should be a predominant factor, but it does show the predatory nature that can happen because people has access to certain things, right? And this is what we're talking about, equity and all this stuff that's been going on, and with identity politics for the past, like 5 years or whatever. It just goes down to, is that just the way it is and we should not even look at it anymore? It's like, should police officers be reformed because we know that there's certain issues that are there? Yeah. It's like, I don't know what the answer is in that, because I'm not familiar with that type of field and like that type of law, but I would imagine there would be a reasonable way, like just because you have the better lawyers when it comes to your children and to your
but what is the way? Because let's say he had the money to buy lawyers.
Right.
Somebody's always going to have more money.
I know.
There's always going to be better and worse lawyers.
I guess that's fair.
I mean,
guess that's fair.
At the end
there's
of the
always
day,
going to be good lawyers and bad lawyers.
Have you ever seen My Cousin Vinny, Michael? Free.
You have to hope that it's the judge who sees it as fair and he hears the case, because it should just be about the merits of your case, not necessarily who your lawyer is. I mean, granted, that's going to matter about how the case is presented. So that's a roll of the dice, or that's on you to pick the right lawyer or get a good lawyer. I don't know,
Well, the thing
but
is,
also a lawyer that understands the laws
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, not
Yeah.
all lawyers are created equal, unfortunately.
My cousin Vinny, he fucking had barely any training, and he did it.
And
so.
he, yeah, the thing with the tire, I remember.
The Rainmaker, rookie guy, dude, came in, did it fucking
just
free.
Knew.
I seen it.
You know, the guy, he came from nothing. He just skimped and scrimped to get into law school, get through
a few
law
good
school,
men.
And
a few good men. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that guy. He was high on heroin that whole movie.
He was doing that on Department of Defense salary. Okay, fucking making shit money. No, it's a complicated thing. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not complicated, and it is. It is complicated. I just wish there was a way that my buddy, you know, why can't they give like how they do for if you don't have enough money, like they do for the lower courts, like or like when you get like in trouble with the law, they give you but they give you a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they give someone access to a lawyer? That's cheap or whatever.
Well, here's the deal. Let's say your buddy's making $50,000.
Yeah.
Let's say he has a house payment and he buys, you know, a $50,000 vehicle as well.
Sure.
So I don't know his situation, but let's say if that person is living outside of their means and they're living paycheck to paycheck just to afford what they want, why is it the state or the government priority to provide him a lawyer when he's buying all this other stuff and living this lifestyle?
That's a particular example. I'll say this much: it is not that situation. I can promise you that.
Okay, but I'm saying there could be situations like that.
There definitely could be situations like that. But so what? The judge is gonna come down and say you have to sell your car, you have to do this and that. Like, okay, maybe they could. I don't know, because that's what they're trying to do to his house. They're like, it's either you give us X tens of thousands of dollars, or you sell the house and then still give us X tens of thousands of dollars. Like,
why do they want money?
Exactly.
Well, that's a whole different situation. But I'm just saying,
because it comes down to the efficacy of your lawyer, right? But like lawyers will get paid 10% of whatever you get from your spouse. That's
really?
how you know what I mean, or something like that. You know, they get paid to continue the process. There's a really good movie about divorce called Marriage Story on Netflix. It's pretty good.
Well, I just know that divorce is never good. I don't want to ever get divorced.
You know what? You know what you should do? You gotta make sure that you get paid in cash as much as often, and then you squirrel it away.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to start squirreling it.
If we've learned anything tonight, is you gotta squirrel that shit away. Put it in the walls.
You fucking put it next to like a frayed wire, start a house fire. Just like fucking burn. No.
My millions.
I don't know, man. I just think it's a shame. It honestly is.
I mean, honestly, if your life is going to be that fucked up from a divorce, you know, murder, suicide. It's always the choice.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's something people can do. That's open to. Listen, it's a free country, Dan.
It is.
Yeah,
free.
no,
I mean, I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm saying it's something you could do.
I agree with Dan. It is kind of. I've seen a lot of bad situations where men get fucked over.
Well, I mean, because that's what the Muslims have gotten right. You leave me, it's fucking game on.
No, I mean,
like game
also,
on, dude. It's like Donkey Kong out here.
There's also, and I know it's we talk about like construction worker dudes or service industry people, and
I'm talking like normal people.
I know, and this is a broad generalization, but like, what the fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing? Like these people that go out and like get fucking have like 3 kids in 4 years. And then they're divorced, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, I mean, what do you mean? What the fuck are you doing?
Take some personal responsibility here, fella.
Yeah, well, fella, that's a little.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe you're in love. You have a couple kids, and the next thing you know, she's banging your neighbor.
Then you have grounds for divorce. Then,
no, but you don't.
Yeah, but you have to prove it. You have to prove that she's cheating.
I'm not talking about specifically about that case. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But like as an example, you can't in Colorado. So, like, that sucks. So what the fuck is he supposed to go to the court and say?
I don't know.
It's like, what the fuck? What are you fucking supposed to do? And then that's the kind of position that it would seem it would be easier to have some sort of, listen, you can only take X amount of money from this person, or you can only ask for X amount of money. Like, because you shouldn't make divorce like where you hit big. Like, it shouldn't be like hitting the jackpot is my point, I think.
Well, what if you were, Dan, okay. So I know you're MGTOW right now, but you might not always be MGTOW. You know.
I don't know if I'll ever get married. I do, because that's the thing. That's my greatest fear.
Sex dolls, but you might want to someday. But what if
I'm not saying I won't? I got a sick house. You're not so I'll probably be pretty big around here now. You know,
pretty big draw. But like, yeah, what do you do for a living? Entrepreneur. Like, but I just bought a house. Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, when I what?
No,
they don't need to know my personal business, you know. And then
what
I'm just trying to get as many women knocked up as possible in this town now. I'm just going to start families all over the place, and I'll be like, and then I'm going to give them up.
Then you'll get what's coming to you.
No, you don't have to pay child support if you don't want custody. I don't want custody.
That's not true at all.
No, you have to pay child support.
That's not fucking true.
In Alabama, you don't.
In
Alabama, you don't.
In Alabama, no, Dan, that can't be true.
Hey, Sean, Sean, what money are they going to touch? I have none on the books.
Dude,
they can come after your. They do that in New York.
Not in Alabama, bro.
They can't come after your. They can come after your money, Dan.
VPA, dude, Veteran Protection Act. They have to be married with you for at least 50% of your enlistment to get that money. If you ever get divorced or have children out of wedlock.
If you just go have illegitimate children, and then you refuse to take care of them.
John, I've done it. That's not my fault. They had sex with me. No, but like that's the thing. That's the thing then.
What's the thing? What's the thing then?
Yeah, that's the thing. Just put it up for adoption. I want nothing to do with it.
No, you got to pay for the abortion at that point.
I don't believe in abortion. I believe you made a decision.
I know what I believe in. Dropping hot loads. I don't believe in abortion. I think it's wrong.
You put.
But what I do believe is seeding the world with my seed.
Listen, son, you can't blame me for filling a vessel.
You can't blame a man for being a man. You can't do it.
Nah, that is something why I've been really scared lately. You know, it's like, dude, I don't. That's why I think I've slowed the roll a little bit or been a little bit safer with my encounters. Because it's not even STDs, whatever, dude. You know, once a month, what's the big deal? But I have this huge fear of knocking somebody up because my buddy, this guy I used to know, anyway, I don't want to say we're like buddies anymore, but he knocked up a 43-year-old man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
43. He's my age.
The fuck are these
what does he do?
How are these people? Everybody's so fucking stupid. Like it's in current year, people still running around getting fucking people pregnant on accident.
Well, he thought the bakery factory was shut down for business.
I was dumb.
And that Sean, 43. You're like fucking. You got to be about to go through menopause. Maybe she already did. I don't know. You know this. I don't know. I don't know what age you go through menopause. It's probably around then.
Not everybody goes through menopause, Dan.
Sean, a large percentage of people go through fucking menopause. Don't even be ridiculous.
So what's he doing? Is he married to this chick?
Well, they bought a house together, and you're like, no. Like I just sit there and I'm like, that I don't want that to be me, dude. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna come after my house. I just got it. Let me fucking enjoy it, you know.
Well, then don't do anything. Actually, just keep it in your pants.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Pause. Early menopause. About 5% of women go through menopause.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I thought that was like natural as fuck. Are you sure you're reading that right?
This is from newsnetwork.mayoclinic.org.
So wait, what happens to them then?
Yeah, what happens?
Premature menopause before age 40 affects about 1% of women.
They got to go through it at some point. They got to. Premature, yeah, I would say it's probably, you know. But
yeah, they definitely have to go through it.
Early menopause. Okay, well, for what we were talking about, early menopause through that age range, 40 to 45 is 5%.
Okay. What about what
1% under 40?
But everybody does eventually go through menopause.
Yeah, but Sean, he's a young kid. He doesn't know. He's thinking, hey, he doesn't know the. He's not a doctor.
If you're willing to do the crime, buddy, you're gonna have to do the fucking time. Doesn't matter if you're fucking informed or not. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that.
No, I agree with you. I was
just smashing bottles, buddy. I was just smashing bottles on the sidewalk. What's the big deal?
He did what he did, so now he just has to live with it.
Yeah.
What else is he going to do, though?
No, I know. I don't know. Run. I would run, dude. I would take my
money. But he's owning up to it. Sounds like he's owning up to it.
I would grab my passport, pack a bag, and fly to a non-extradition and never come back.
And doing what he's doing, I mean, he seems like
I'd go to
he's owning up.
So now I'm reading about menopause now, and every time I learn something new about like female anatomy or the biology, or I'm reminded of something, I'm like, this is awful. See, most menopause occurs naturally at
punishment.
age 51 for Adam. At age 51, with increasing life expectancy, many women will spend up to 40% of their lives in the postmenopausal stage.
Oh, yeah.
40% of your life, you're getting like hot flashes.
No. Postmenopausal. Menopausal phase is a certain period where that happens, because that's like your body rejecting itself, I guess,
I think
right?
You get
like
that forever. I think that's a forever thing, isn't it? Just
nah,
symptoms?
dude. Look, ask the Google, dude, because I don't think it's forever.
Really?
Listen, Hollywood basically has taught me everything I know about menopause, and it basically seems like it's only temporary.
So basically, if you were like that guy, if like you were like your
we
friend,
should ask our mother. We'll just ask our mother, Mom, are you still going through menopause?
Still menopausal? What's up with that?
Like, I mean, I will, because it pauses your menstruate, so you don't menstruate anymore, right? That's why it's called menopausal. You no longer menstruate.
That sounds good to me. It sounds like it
sounds perfect to me.
So, like, but it's like your body is like literally rejecting a cycle that it's been going through for fucking its entire life, or for at least a majority of its life, and then all of a sudden it's rejecting that.
Listen, honestly, I wouldn't mind having a kid when I'm like 50.
50.
Well, you can.
Mike, you'll be damn near 70 by the time that fucking kid is gonna graduate high school.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool, because at that time you'd have more time on your hands, because you worked your whole life, you're getting ready to retire, you're slowing down, you spend more time with them.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I knew kids like that had like.
That'd be kind of cool.
In high school, their parents were like in their late 50s.
You know, your testosterone shot down, so you just chilled out. You just, hey, yeah, do whatever you want. Well,
that's actually something I've been thinking about a lot lately, is how, like, get my testosterone levels back up. I need to, because, like, dude, I was literally looking at my house earlier, and I was like, God, this is so fucking cute. And I got, like, excited. I got, like, giggly. I was like, oh, that's going to be so cute. I was like, God damn, I need to do some manly shit. That was pretty gay. Yeah, it was a pretty gay moment. Dude, it is cute, though. My house is fucking cute as fuck.
That's a nice house. Nice.
It's a cute cute as a button, man. And Mike saw the old pictures, what it used to look like.
Yeah, I did.
Those guys got screwed. I got that house for cheap in comparison.
Well, they probably made out good.
I think they probably made 25, 30, 40, somewhere in there, after they pay off people or do what they got to do. But, like,
I mean, they may have broken even with their time.
Yeah.
In the sense of, because they got to get paid to work there, but they probably did good.
A 2,000 square foot house for, for fucking
That's, yeah, I mean, that
months, like, that's a good deal.
Yeah, that house around me would be like 210.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's Alabama prices. So, like, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about Alabama and it's not a place I'm going to be forever, but for the next few years, and it's already gone up. They're projecting the housing market in this area to go up by like 7 to 8%. Like,
New Yorkers moving there.
Well, Muscle Shoals is actually like it's famous. It's a famous area in the South, in this region.
It nice?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful out here.
Is it like well kept?
Yeah. Yes.
The town is?
Oh, absolutely. You'd be shocked.
And how come people don't want to move there?
They do. The people move here all the time. It's considered like a mini Nashville. Do
they have like lakes and stuff?
Lakes. They have a couple man-made stuff. You might have to drive a little bit away, probably an hour to go. But they have the river. The Tennessee River is right here. I don't really see people swimming in it. So, but a lot of kayaking, a lot of fishing. Everyone's got boats and stuff. I mean, it's beautiful. It is beautiful out here. I'll say that much. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think the area that I got it in it's a pretty good area. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It just fucking sucks. These guys took so goddamn long to get the same. I offered them literally the same deal like 6 days ago.
Well, I know, but they had to think about it.
Oh, jeez. But it took arguing and back and forth and me pulling out like 3 or 4 times. Because I called Ryan and I was like, hey, I actually got it. And he goes, he's like, you've been telling me this like 3 or 4 times already. And I was like, nah, dude, like this one's for real. So I'm going to be in a new house by the 20th, man, 21st.
You have a whole new setup.
Yeah, I have to call actually the internet tomorrow and make sure I get it scheduled for like the 22nd.
Yeah, you're going to have a whole new podcast room.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I gotta figure out what I'm doing.
Podcast room.
I should. And
one of those rooms.
It's just make
it like a whole studio.
Or studio.
Like a DJ board and a fucking computer.
That's what I am gonna do. I do have one of the rooms. I have to figure out what room I'm gonna do it in, but man, I can't wait to sleep in this fucking new master bedroom it has. It's fucking pretty big, dude. I honestly, I've been thinking like, damn, dude, maybe I should turn that into a.
Well, Dan, you're gonna need to get someone. You're gonna need to get a woman friend.
Yeah, I mean that'll happen, dude. You know, it'll happen. I'm not rushing. You know, I'm not rushing.
Just get somebody over there at nighttime to cut up some vegetables with you, cook some steak.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be real nice.
What the fuck are you talking? You talking about some fantasy you have? You sick fuck. Oh yeah, come in there. You guys walk them through the rest of the night. What do you?
Just like we're like classic.
Have a nice meal. You have a drink. You sit down. You watch a movie. Okay, maybe you get a little closer. Things get things.
I mean, I know you guys haven't been here, but like my current place is, it's just really small and it's just not, it's not the nicest spot. It's got this old carpet. It just has like that old house smell. You know what I mean? You walk into the house, it's got that unique. It's like it's not something's off, and
it's like a mustiness. It's like an old mustiness.
It's fucking like, and I do everything. Like I've taken baking soda and like shit. Like
same in my house. I got fucking carpets from the 1980s.
Yeah, dude, I hate it, dude. I hate it so much.
Like literally, these carpets from the 1980s. This bitch has been fucking through a lot. They need to be replaced.
Yeah, it's probably a lot.
Are you gonna do carpet or hardwood?
No, I'm gonna do vinyl flooring.
Vinyl?
Yeah, like laminate actually, not vinyl, laminate.
That's just like the pieces you put together.
Yeah.
Basically, like the little jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm.
But you have all nice flooring.
Yeah, I have nice flooring. It's all hardwood, except in the kitchen. It's like probably that vinyl laminate stuff.
Ah, perfect.
It's got they did some weird. I don't know what it is. It looks like when you come down.
Hey, no, it's probably that stuff. Does it look like wood?
Kind of.
Yeah, the new stuff looks like wood. It looks real nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. No, I mean I'm excited, dude. I'm excited, and I got 2.5 bath, 3 bedroom.
Wow.
I got a pretty fat, You're gonna
be able to use whatever bathroom you want to. You're gonna have 2 to yourself.
I mean, dude, the master bath in that.
Yeah, and when you have a girl come over and you say, "No, this is my bathroom," you got to use that one over there. If you don't want them coming in your space.
Oh well, they can't, dude. They have to go into
throwing dirty tampons and shit.
No, yeah, you'd be like, no, this is the man spot right here.
Yeah.
I got a fucking bathtub, dude.
You're allowed to pee on the toilet seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want, dude. I'm gonna pee on the floor because it's got a drain in the floor. So
there you go.
I can just pee right in the floor, dude.
Wow.
Right there.
And the bathroom has a drain on the floor?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Because it's all fucking tile. So it just like.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
It's nice. It's nice, dude. I'm telling you, I'm a fucking.
Where's that tub? That nice tub you got in there? Is that in your bathroom?
Yeah. That's the master bath, dude. They did a great job on that.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I want
to sit in that tub, man.
Dude, come over. You can sit in anytime you want. I'll give you a cigar and shit. And you'll be
dude, you got to send me a picture, though, when you get in that tub.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to get a bubble bomb or a bubble bath or whatever. And fucking have that shit fucking going up, dude.
I want to see a picture.
Okay. Jeez. I'll do it.
Send it.
It's I'm pretty excited, man. I'm pretty excited to get in there and get it done. So
yeah, I think you got a great deal, man.
I think I did too. That appraisal saved my ass. The appraisal literally saved me $12,000.
That was nice.
It's great.
And you still got the same deal on the closing cost.
Yeah.
Basically.
Literally, basically. Yeah, I did. It was like, no, I got the same exact deal. I got the same exact deal. Yeah, I really did.
You really dickered them, man.
I dickered, dude. I don't know what happened. I came over me, dude. I just started treating them like I didn't give a shit. I'm like, nah, fuck it. I don't need this house. Nah, fuck it. And they were just like, but you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna buy this house. It's gonna fucking be a shit show. It's gonna be it's just gonna be fuck. Everything's gonna go wrong, Yeah,
but Dan, you had all the inspections.
I did.
So all your stuff is good. You know what you're gonna have to prepare for in the future. You know what you're gonna have to do. So that, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just have to see. You know, I mean, I'm excited though. I'm definitely fucking hyped to fucking move into this house.
What kind of internet you gonna get there?
I think the same one. I'm gonna call the company tomorrow and see if we can just transfer it over on the 22nd. It shouldn't. You might have to pay like $100 installation fee or something.
Oh yeah.
So
but you're gonna have like high speed?
Yeah, I'll have the same internet. I imagine they cover the same area, but now I have to do another fucking security deposit at the fucking new place, the new electric company, the new utility company. Fucking $400, dude.
Holy shit, Dan! What would you do if you moved in that out? Because this won't happen to you, but what would you do if you moved there? They didn't have internet going there yet.
Oh, they do, Mike. I'm in the city. It would be impossible.
No, I know, but let's just say they didn't. What would you do? Because that was the thing because I was looking at houses out in like the country more, and some of them didn't have. That's what I'm saying. You'll probably have it.
Oh,
but most people, when they look at a house, they're not looking at that. They just think internet's everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not. Some places don't have it.
Well, with the new Starlink, Elon Musk Starlink, they will.
When's that coming out, though?
That's out now. They're test running it. $100 a month.
What is it?
5G internet.
It's like a satellite?
Yeah, you get like a dish you put on your house.
And the weather doesn't affect it?
I mean, not to my knowledge. I'm sure it would a little. I don't know. I mean, they're still in their beta testing phase.
But it's like a good thing. It's like it's fast.
You could be in like the middle of the Amazon, and it'll be like you're hooked up, like you're in New York City.
And it's fast.
Yes, it's 5G, so it's like 100 megabits a second or whatever.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's fast.
That's not bad. $100.
Yeah, Elon Musk is like. That's what I'm saying. Elon Musk has crazy amounts of shit going on. Like, it's this dude. He's launching hundreds of satellites a month.
I didn't even know that existed.
It just started. He just started the company like a year ago. He just was like, yeah, I want 5G everywhere. I want you to be in Sweden, and you can still. So like when you travel overseas, you've done it. You don't have internet. You don't have internet. You don't have cell phone service. No. With Starlink, you could. You could have it anywhere.
So will Starlink be a phone provider too?
I don't think they will do phone provided service or internet. It'll be internet provided service anywhere in the world at some point is what they want to get it to. That's what they want to get it to.
See, here's the thing. What's the difference between service and the internet at this point? Why can't they just make everything? You know, like how you make a call? So if I make a call on Duo, it uses internet. But if I make a call on my phone, like on the phone, it uses what? A satellite? Like what?
Well, it uses satellite and antennas and towers. And...
So why can't they just make everything internet, like the Duo?
Well, I mean, maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's the goal.
Because then you could just have. Because if you had Elon Musk things, I don't know if the weather would affect it or something. If that's why they don't do it, they want to hardwire things.
We got some fucking Robert. Dan, can I have some words of encouragement, please? Yes, you can. Let's do this real quick. I don't. If you're where I think you are, right now.
What are you talking about, Dan?
Don't worry. He knows what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna spill his personal business, but if you're where I can't say, but if you are where I think you are right now, you need to fucking. Like literally, dude, you know that it will be over eventually, and you know that this is only a moment. So don't fucking get down on yourself, dude. Don't fucking do it, man. It's like Mike or Sean or anybody.
I think Sean left.
No, he's here.
Oh,
he's just being super silent, super duper.
Well, you guys were talking. What do you want me to do?
But. It's important that I think you would say, Mike, like your race, when you had that race, like, do you think that failure, would you call it a failure or whatever you want to do?
Well, yeah, it was a failure.
Like, I'm not going to call it a failure for you, but if you want to call it a failure, those are the moments where, yeah, it may suck and you may have had a bad time and, because of COVID, you can't finish this year. And go do it. But do you think you learned a lot from that, man? Like, what do you think was your greatest takeaway from that experience? Like, personally, not like not the lessons, or like, what did you take away personally, like internally from that?
Well, not to get so, for me personally, I guess it was more of like not like things aren't as big as what they seem sometimes.
Really? So what? Oh, keep going. I like that.
Well, that
So
was
what do you
it.
mean? Yeah, but what do you mean by big? So what isn't big as they seem times? Like, what are you saying? Like, so in your experience, because the race was probably that was a hard race. So
Yeah.
if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Mike was trying to run 100 miles. He made it. He got injured at mile 30, 35, and he only made it to 50. So what do you mean? Like, what do you like really dive in? What was bigger than what it seemed? I guess.
What was bigger was I just got too much in my head about it at the it was just it's not as big as what it seems. It's
Yeah. So
compared
like,
to,
do you think you made the problem or made it like a problem for you? Like you turned it into a monster, basically. Instead of
yeah.
just taking one step at a time and just focusing on the task at hand, you kind of viewed it from like this
Yeah.
this monstrosity, you know?
I kind
You
of viewed
saw
it
the
like
mountain.
I kind of viewed it like this, like, oh man, like when I was at like mile like 40, whatever, 30, it was like I still got 80 mile or 70 miles, 60 miles to go.
Right.
So and that's when it was like it was too much. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to finish because that's the way I was thinking.
Well,
So it was
well,
like
I think this and I don't want I'm not going to spill Robert's beans, but Robert is going through something right now that is very difficult, very comparable to what you went through right now, or what you went through in this race.
yeah.
Something very similar. It's just months long, and it's
Okay.
it's grueling, right? So that I think that's really the thing, man. Don't let it become your monster. Don't let it
Yeah,
take
well,
over.
just don't think about, oh, I got 60 miles, 70 miles. Just think about, I just got to get to this next day or aid station, whatever.
Yeah,
His is going to be a little
dude.
bit different.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like I'll tell you, I know he's doing breakfast, lunch, dinner, Robert. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Repeat. Wash. Get into that fucking shower at night. Get to fucking bed, and you know it's coming. And I know that fear. But, dude, yeah, he says we all gravy, baby, doing work, and that's what it's about. I think recognizing that it's work, like,
Yeah,
and not
and even with like my training this time, like the training wasn't as tough as last time.
because you were preparing. Because, well, now that you got a taste of the beast and what it was, and you
Well,
saw
yeah,
that,
I wouldn't look at my whole schedule and be like, oh man, I got all these weeks. I would just look at the day, what I had to do that day a lot of the times.
yeah, not looking at the whole calendar, just
Yeah, or not even
focusing
look
on
at the whole week. I wouldn't be like, oh man, I got to run 80 miles this week or 90
yeah,
miles.
yeah.
I would just be like, oh, I got to run 10 miles today. Okay, that's all I got to do. And then I would
Fuck yeah.
just day by day, that's what I kind of learned.
So it's kind of more of a chipping away, not even looking at it. Just chip away, dude. Keep chipping, man. And
Yeah, because if you start looking at the whole thing, it gets overwhelming. If you're like, man, I got to run 90 miles this week. Oh, man, it's going to be such a long week.
Yeah. And I think that's like Robert, that's probably legit, dude. You know, Daniel says the cool thing about working hard is that it's never enough. Dig in, maggot, move, move, move. Hell yeah. Also have that mentality.
That's the guy, Dan Prophet. He busts his ass. He runs his own business. So
yeah,
he does that shit for real. He gets up at jack o'clock.
Well, Prophet, drop. You know, if you got any more, hints. I like that though. I do. I think that's really what people attract to David Goggins or Jocko Willink or those types of people. Is it's not just the routine that's impressive, like of course, or their physical feats, but it's the mental fortitude and it's the strength and it's that resilience to keep moving forward, to keep taking that step. Like when I learned a valuable lesson when I was going through CPEC, which is like Air Force sniper bullshit, whatever. But when I was going through it, like I remember when I was rucking, I would always look down at my feet, right? Like I kept looking down at my feet. And that's really bad. You shouldn't do that. One, it's bad posture. It's bad posture, and you're putting more weight. Like you're trying to relieve, whatever. But what happens is when you're looking at your feet, you're getting in your head, basically, right? You're never focused on the goal. You're only looking at where you're at and not where you need to go. And it's a sign of weakness. And a lot of instructors will pick up on that. It's like if you see a dude with their head down, you fucking attack them and you go at them. When you see a dude who can't fucking just hang in there for one more push-up and they're just fucking giving up on themselves, you can smell that shit in the air. Like you know when someone is starting to give up on themselves, and that's when the monsters come out and they fucking really surround you, the sharks, and they smell blood in the water. And I think it's being wary of that when you're starting to spill blood into the water and kind of become your own shark in that aspect, you know? Like, so like when you, next time you go do a race and you start feeling that weakness creeping in and you start feeling that overwhelming feeling of the beast of the mountain, you got to be able to tell that mountain to go fuck itself and just focus on the goal that you have in front of you, which is, I need to get to this part of the trail. I need to get to the next aid station. Worry about those problems later.
Yeah.
So good luck, Robert. And dude, hey man, I'm here personally. If you need me outside of this, absolutely. So good luck. And I know you don't really fucking need it. You just need to stop being a fucking pussy and just fucking stop feeling sorry for yourself, my man. I love you. But it'll be good. So anyway, yeah. Are you done, Sean? Are you just over it?
No. You guys were having a back and forth conversation. It wasn't really much.
That's fair. That's fair, dude. You were very zen. You got very zen-like. Very zen-like in there.
Prophet says, Jesus Christ, somebody get me a margarita. This is the hottest take Dan has had all month. There you go. You've done it. Success.
I've done it, dude.
Success.
Listen,
can be important, you know?
I think adversity is the ultimate. Having some sort of adversity in your life, like that's the point of living. Like, you know, isn't like if you go to any like religion or anything, it's all about adversity.
Well, that's why that's why once you like, if you become like ultra wealthy and powerful, like the adversity becomes like, how do I become more powerful? Like, how do I get to that echelon where I can, let's have sex with children and drink their adrenal glands, end up on Epstein Island. Like that becomes the goal. And who knows what you got to do to get there? You know, who knows?
Well, I mean, like, I guess they're saying fuck them kids. That's what they're saying.
Well, that's one of the things. Then imagine having to fuck a kid. Imagine the personal trauma. Jesus.
I'm really. If there's one thing I do, and like I think that's something I've realized about myself since I've gotten out, is I've gotten soft, man. That's what I was saying earlier. Like I was like the testosterone dude. Like I need it again, and that's what I got. That's what I got performing though. There was this level of risk and failure and
shows and stuff. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and then COVID happened, and we all know, like whatever. And I found a couple shows to play in between, but you know, I was trying to be responsible. You know, I said, "Do you guys have a mask mandate? Are you checking temperatures? What else? Well, social distance." But I think those are that's what I realized. I'm like, damn, dude, I'm like fucking sitting here recording these songs and I can't get it right, and it's frustrating. But I'm finding through that adversity, it's like good. It's just forcing me to try to be better, you know?
Yeah, that's how I feel every time I have to talk to you. It's like a mental marathon.
I mean, it is what it is, dude.
That's why I talk to you so much, you know? It's like I really got to put myself through the fire.
What would they say? Like, talking to it actually, it takes like actual energy to listen to something you disagree with.
Yes, it does. Of course, because you're trying to process
it. Literally does.
Because you have to process it and then respond.
Dude, and that's something I find myself
talking to Dan is exhausting.
Agreed. Try being me.
Well, I think just having conversations can be pretty tiring sometimes.
Yeah, it's being engaged.
All things being relative, it could be, you know, it's not like being out in the salt mines, but
definitely not like being out in the salt mines.
No, but to have to be on all the time and like
that's why
like you're just like, ugh.
Well, you go look at Jordan Peterson and you look at him like 2 years ago, the beginning of like his like tour and everything.
Yeah, that's exhausting.
And you literally see his mental decline. Like if you go like first year, 6 months later, 6 months later, 6 months, 6 months. He was on a tour for like 2 years, dude. Speaking.
He was doing a lot.
Yeah.
Like all the time. And he, like Sean used to get mad. He's like, he's fucking everywhere.
It just became it's an oversaturation point at some, and then it just becomes
Well, it's oversaturation for you. It's oversaturation, not for those like particular audiences that maybe had not heard of him before. You know,
every single person that went to those shows has already seen 5.
Well, no, I'm
5
talking
streams.
like going on Dr. Oz and doing like 6-hour interviews.
Oh, that shit's nuts.
Like, you know, like, or doing like, dude, because by the end he's in tears. Almost every time.
One of the time when he talked to Sam Harris the first time, he was literally like, "This is too tiring. I gotta go."
Yeah.
Because they just couldn't. They just arguing about the nature of truth.
And
yeah. Jordan Peterson's talking about like metaphorical truth, and like Sam Harris just would not like concede that there's a difference between metaphorical truth and.
Sam Harris has let go. Have you listened to his last couple episodes?
Why is he going crazy?
No, I don't. Dude. I haven't listened to him in a long time actually.
He's like super establishment, like weird.
He's always been a shill. The thing is though, when you're talking to him about like philosophy and stuff, he has interesting things to say and interesting perspective, but when you start getting into just like the day-to-day fundamentals of life, like he's just a spoiled rich dude. His parents, or I think his mom, created the Golden Girls. He's got the Golden Girls money, so he is so wealthy that he got to go to school for like 4 different degrees and then go fuck off for a year and live in a monastery, like with Asian monks.
Chilling, dude.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't have any debt, student debt.
Probably not, Michael.
He's probably one of those people that do not have student debt. Well, I mean, that's really the Jordan Peterson, because I've been listening to him a lot. He gets into the exhaustiveness of like they're exhausting themselves. Like they're presenting nothing new. They're not breaking ground like how they used to be, and they're far too expensive. And how I've even contemplated. Yeah, college, universities in particular. So like I would have been like contemplating, well, I mean, should I go back to school? And I'm like, dude, I might just go learn a trade. Like I might just do that. Like I want to be more technical. Like I think it's so important, you know.
But you could do both in a certain, or you could go to school for something that is more trade based or trade focused.
But like I'm not saying like necessarily welding or something like that. But I'm like,
you don't need to go get a poli-sci degree, Dan. Like you can go get a
degree
that's more practical.
I mean, dude, but then you got to learn, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
I'm not trying being told what to think. Okay, I'm about telling people what they should think.
I just don't want. I don't.
Perspective.
But going to school, I mean, like it's really good for general stuff. Like there's some good stuff in there. I'm not mad or anything, but like I'm thinking, like Mike.
Yeah.
You could literally, like your craftsmanship, like you're a carpenter, you're a plumber. You're an electrician.
Well, I'm not a plumber or an electrician.
But you know what I mean. But you could fucking do it. You could do it.
Exactly.
Well, I can do basic stuff with that.
You're a sexual deviant. No, I'm not.
You know what I mean. Like, listen.
Yeah, I can do basic.
My toilet overflows. I'm freaking out. Okay.
It's pretty much over. I'm gonna have to burn this house down.
Yeah. Just like.
Not me. I'm digging up pipes, finding out where it's clogged.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're doing that. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I gotta call somebody. And that comes with like what you bring to the table in like a relationship is that type of security. Like obviously the job and everything, but that type of security, knowing that your spouse can do it. Like you just went and built that dog pen thing, like that dog house.
Did you see updated pictures?
I haven't. You got to send them.
I'm gonna send them to you. It came out really nice. Here, I'm gonna send them right now. Take a look.
I will. But like this, is the thing is like it's incredible. Like that's the value that you bring to the a real world. Like that's real world value that you bring. And I think that's something that we've lost in modern society where like the trades and stuff aren't as important, you know?
Here they are. Take a look at them.
Okay. Mike is super stoked about this. He sent 4 photos.
Well,
Sean, you might want.
I spent a lot of time on this damn thing.
Oh, wow. Look at this. It's incredible, dude.
Now, is this
that was a lot of time. I just finished it. This week.
These your sons?
These are my dogs.
Dude, look at this thing. This is, dude, guys. Sean, you should bring this up, dude. This is crazy.
It is. Calm down.
Oh, sorry.
You think like I don't produce the show while you sit there and talk. You blather.
I can't see.
There we go.
That's
actually nice work.
I mean, look, like, dude, that used to just be a lean-to. Like it used to be an overhang, and he turned it into a fucking like. And you did, but if you have unlimited resources, you could have done that in a week, right? Like,
well, just by myself, no, because I wired it all and.
Well, I'm saying like you didn't have to work, you didn't have to do anything. You had
it would have taken me longer because there was a lot of stuff I had to do. Like I had to run all the wiring. I had to.
Okay, but
there's a process.
That's the stuff that you know.
You think
that's my point? Is like you know that.
Is that up to code?
Yeah, it's up to code. Yeah. They would have passed it.
Oh, they would have passed it.
You didn't have to get a permit?
Interesting.
You didn't have to get a permit to do that?
No, it's in my backyard. It's not it wasn't that like it's
like
there.
Actually, hold on. That's not in my house. I didn't do anything. We're goofing.
So if I want to build a garage, like
that's a whole different thing. I didn't do anything like that. Like the structure was already there. I just finished it in basically.
Yeah, so that's okay.
It already had electricity out there. I just added more to it.
Yeah, like
you just pigtailed off of it basically.
No, that's just it's so cool though.
I didn't have to pull permits for that, and it wasn't over. If it's over 7,000, I would have had it, but it wasn't over that, so I'm good.
Yeah. No, but it's just cool that you can do those types of things, you know? Like if someone gives you the equipment, you could build them a house. You could do it.
Yeah, if they gave me the plans.
Yeah, the equipment and everything. Like Mike, you got 2 years to finish this house. We'll pay you $60,000 a year. Do it.
Yeah, I could figure it out.
Yeah. Might they come in there? It's just
shit. No, I mean, I couldn't do everything. I couldn't do all the plumbing and electrical. Like I couldn't do all that.
Who was the main plumber in your old business? Like who was the guy that did like when you were working with your dad and stuff? Like who did all the plumbing? Who was the main plumber in the fam?
Well, my dad can plumb, but in certain situations, you have to have a plumber do it because it has to pass inspection. So,
like, there's certifications and people have to sign off on shit and permits.
Yeah, you got to have a plumber do most of the plumbing. But we would do plumbing on I did plumbing, but if you're building like your own house, you could have like my dad would plumb all the house and you have a plumber come in
and kind of
look at it all and then put their license on it basically.
That's okay to do. They're basically signing off, certifying that it's good.
Well, yeah, and you pay them, but they're basically because they could have like an apprentice out there plumbing your whole house, and then they come look at it, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, this is all up to code. I'll put my license on the line for you. Have the inspector come.
Yeah, I mean, I think plumbing is a great skill to have.
Yeah, oh yeah, they make a lot of money too.
Oh yeah.
Electrical is probably better.
Really?
Probably.
I didn't know that. Electrical is more expensive than plumbing?
No, they're both the same, but I'm just saying plumbing's a lot more simpler. It's harder to do electrical, in my opinion.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't know, dude. I wouldn't know. I know how to, I know how to turn it on and off. I know how to turn it on and off.
As long as it flows downhill, it's good to go.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know. The only thing I know how to do is put Drano in my sink, Like some Drano. All right, it fixed it. Like I'm go make sure shit's tight. It's not leaking. Because that's the one thing I am excited about this new place is that it's fucking like got legit plumbing. Like it's all been redone and everything. So I'm pretty happy. Go. Yeah. I'm pretty happy. I just got to get a fucking garbage disposal. But it does have a dishwasher. I didn't know it had a dishwasher. I'm disappointed, honestly, that it has one. But it'll be fun. But anyway. Yeah.
Anyway, what?
I don't know.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that's anyway, What do you got? What the fuck is that?
Listen, I'm just trying to help people out. What you guys are talking.
Well, you could talk too, Sean.
What am I supposed to do? You guys are talking about the gayest. No, I'm just joking. You guys are talking about dumb shit. I want to talk about fucking the law of water. I want to talk about murder, suicide, divorce proceedings. Like, I want to talk about real stuff. Okay, you guys are talking about like, oh, he's such a good carpenter. He's got his life together. Whatever. Not exciting.
I think it's exciting. That shit gets me hyped. Like knowing that Mike can do all that stuff, like it's so awesome to me.
Why do you think Mike is like less than you or something? You're just surprised?
No, I think he's
Mike. Are you hearing this?
Mike has more real world relatable skills than probably your average.
No, that's not true.
Person.
Not nowadays, Dan.
Yeah, no, I disagree.
100%.
You have real world, Mike. You could go get a job on any construction crew, on any.
I know that's construction, Dan. That's it.
But the thing is, like, you don't gotta call a guy when something happens in your house. You know exactly what to look for.
Well, sometimes. Okay, but I gotta call a guy if something goes wrong with my Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, you're maybe a little not so tech savvy.
So,
Sir, have you unplugged the router and plugged it back in?
I mean, yeah. So
yeah.
No, so we all have our talents, our skills.
Like
right?
I'm a guitar player, like that relates to only one thing,
Yeah.
Like
okay, Dan. Here's this. You could set up a whole studio for a podcast where it would take me a long time. I'd have to be calling you. I'd have to be watching all these YouTube videos.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean,
like that kind of stuff. So you could do that. So
I mean, I guess, but I'm not like
a skill.
Expert. I just know how to make it work with what I got. I guess.
I know, but like, oh, this chord goes here. This I don't know this. I don't know. Oh, it's an HI. I don't know these things. Yeah. Knox chord.
It's HDMI. What is this? What is this?
They have some new one for the Roku that we bought. It's like this little tiny one. I've never even seen this thing. I don't even know what it's called.
Well, that goes into the Roku there, right?
Yeah, but it goes into the TV too.
Yeah, I know, but isn't the other end a regular HDMI?
No, the other end's a little one that plugs into the TV as well.
Oh, wow.
That's why I've never seen this, Sean. I don't even know what this is.
What is this? I wouldn't know what to do either,
Just take it to the store. What the fuck is? What is this?
Is it? Are you saying I have a little dick? What is this, man? Help me out. No, I mean, I feel like.
So Dan, here's an example. I bought a speaker for the TV because the speaker on the TV stinks.
The sound bar. You bought a sound bar.
I bought a sound bar. Mm-hmm. I don't even know. I had Maritza hook that thing up because I didn't know how to hook it up. I'm like, why? What the hell is going on with this thing? So, there's things that I just don't know how to do as well. Yeah. With like that kind of stuff. Like I would have to sit there and read all the instructions.
On the incoming technocracy, like basically the best thing Michael's going to be able to do, Dan, is sell his body for money.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to,
He's going to be on that flesh market. He's going to be on that flesh
market.
Well, I
mean, because like if we're talking about people moving to Mars and everything, like it's going to change everything. Our economies, it's going to change how we trade and stuff. Once that becomes like an established place, Mike, like you would be one of the guys they call, like if Armageddon happened.
No, they would want somebody because Dan, I'm not like as skilled as some of these other people. Like, yeah, I know how to do a little bit of stuff, but there's like people way more. They would want like an engineer.
No, they were like, listen, Mike, we need you here just to fix the little shit, just the little stuff. You have more. Yeah, you're more qualified than your average bear, to say the least, Michael. Like you really are. Most guys our age have 10,000 times more knowledge than your average dude
on certain things.
But I'm saying in that world. In that world of construction.
Yeah, but most guys our age hooking up the freaking sound bar, they can just do that. They don't have to read 1, 2, 3, 4 steps.
Yeah, but I think if you just looked at it and didn't worry about it, like maybe you just kind of freak yourself out. Maybe you stress out. Yeah, maybe
you make it
literally like we're talking about like usually cables that match to the cables around the TV, like what's coming out of a thing. You could probably just figure it out.
I can figure it out. But what my point is that, yeah, you could just take that thing, hook it up, but I gotta like read because hooking up the cable is one thing.
That's because you haven't done it a bunch. Like as soon as you do it like 2 more times, you'll be fine. You'll know how to do it.
Probably.
I mean, like just in the same way, like with doing the things that you know how to do. Like you didn't know how to do it the first time you did it.
Yeah, I know, but that's. Yeah. I could. Yes, that's true. But what I'm saying is like so. But that's just an example of like the technical stuff where. Most people are more technical, with that kind of stuff than me.
I guess, but like, I don't know. I'm not too good with technology. I can turn on my PlayStation. I can plug it into the TV. It's about, but like if something went wrong with my computer, like I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, I think it's just, yeah, you can't fucking hook up a sound bar. That's fucking tough life.
Listen, just like I don't want to have to be the one that tells you this, but
I mean, I've never had too much problem with technology, but like cars, man, I am like so incompetent when it comes to cars, and it feels so. You know, I can go change out an alternator, change my oil, and change a tire, but you just sit there and you talk to some guys. They're like, "Oh, this is a fucking carbureted fucking blah blah," whatever, and you're like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, man. That's cool."
I know.
Yeah, I know. It's like I'm going on fucking Google, like, what is this word?
The only thing I
I
know about with cars is if something broke and I had no choice but to fix it myself. Like I couldn't either afford to take it to a mechanic or whatever. So every time something would break, I would learn how to fix it.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I would just watch YouTube videos. I've changed so many things. And I'll tell you a funny story. One time I was hanging out with your brother Ryan, and we were in South Carolina, and you had the old 4-wheeler, and we were trying to get it started because we wanted to go riding. And Ryan had like a friend that had land. If we got him running, we could go riding over there. So we're trying to get it running. I'm like, okay, let's take out the carburetor, let's clean it. Ryan takes a freaking hammer and hits the engine with it. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, that's what they did on the movies. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work.
Ryan, who just took a hammer like a caveman.
He's like, yeah, I was watching this fucking, what's it called, Transformers, and Shia LaBeouf was in there, and he just started punching it. And then it turned into a Transformer. Wow.
That was a funny time.
That sounds like Ryan. That sounds like something that he would do, huh? It's like we were like just raised by TV. You know, you're like the kids that were raised by, that's what they think the real world is like, you know? Like you sit there like, oh my God. It's I've never had a big problem like trying to fix shit. Like when I had my El Camino, I mean, I had to fucking all the time until I had to switch out the ignition shift, and I snapped my fucking drive shaft, like the fucking thing that like I snapped it. Like I was fucking, because I was watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I fucking snapped this.
I've replaced a lot of things on my vehicles from YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube's great. I replaced my seal or whatever for my fucking
you could
radio.
literally learn how to do everything I know how to do from YouTube.
I might be calling you though, owning this house, because I'm not trying to pay all this money on shit. Like, hey, Mike, I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna be like, Mike, you need to hook up a fucking speaker. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call you when I'm like, Mike, my house does not work. That's what I'm gonna say. It does not work.
And call me. I'll help you out.
I got in the shower and I turned this knob, no water. Well, where does the water come from, Mike? Why no water work?
Like that would be an issue for me. Like,
what? There's no water?
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta go jog. Gotta do something, I guess.
Dan's
I don't know.
Hey man, you got any of that cow's milk? Cow's milk? I get mine from the store. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Cow's milk? Really?
I've never ran into a problem like in a house before, except like here once or twice. But I just call my landlord like, hey.
Well, you do the same. You know, when you own a house, you end up doing the same thing you do with the car or whatever. You go on YouTube and be like, okay, because most of the time there is a video for everything you could possibly think of. Mm-hmm. Even if it's like even if you have something that's like a specific model, like I have like these water, like an irrigation system in the front yard with like sprinklers, and they have timers and stuff like that. But the system that we have is like a model from like 10 years ago that they don't sell anymore. But somebody on YouTube had that specific one and can walk you through programming it. I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. It's obviously, and I love it, you know, and it's like, I appreciate these dudes and these people that do this stuff. I really do. But sometimes, guys, like, you got to get something to hold your phone. Not just like, they just have it there and they're like, oh yeah, you see this?
I know.
Like, this is the only video I could find that specifically addresses my needs.
Yeah.
And there's always like a bunch of talking in the beginning too, like for 10 minutes, so they're like,
oh, I hate that the worst.
Dude, what happens if they make that shit illegal?
What?
Like they start ripping all the like
videos?
Well, yeah, like you know how like they do copyright claims on like songs and shit. Like people do. Like, what happens if they start going, no, this is our proprietary
you know what they could say? You know, YouTube could be like, no, this is dangerous. What are you talking? This is dangerous.
Well, like, okay, so
telling people to go do these dangerous things at their homes, like, well, they're not qualified to do it. Do you work for Maytag? I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
call the Maytag man.
That would be crazy, but there might be grounds where they could actually do something like that.
No,
Okay.
if somebody was on a video using like a product and misusing it in a way that would cause somebody damage if they repeat the behavior, then yes, probably. Did you just go up for a fart and then just burp?
I did both.
Same time. Oh wow.
I did both, man.
Talented. Don't ever see you over here saying like, I don't know how to do things. Of course you do. Look what you've just done. But
fair enough.
Anyways, I think.
Well, you could always go to the direct source too.
Yeah, a lot of times you go to their websites. They have all the manuals up for whatever thing.
Yeah, that's what I did with my hot water tank. There was nothing on this freaking thing because my hot water tank's hooked to a solar panel on my roof.
That is
but
crazy.
The solar panel was leaking because it's like a solar panel that heats water and then it runs it back down. But that was leaking, and the thing's like 10 years old, so there's nothing on YouTube. So I had to go to the main site, pull up the diaphragm, found out that it was on a stupid timer. I had to shut the timer off because I didn't have no hot water. So shut the damn timer off, and then it worked perfect.
Well, there you go. Look at that. Not me, dude. Not me. I would have just called the solar guy, like, hey.
No, you would have had to call a plumber, and you would have been charged freaking $500.
Oh, that's so gross.
There's nothing worse. There was one time, like, we had a pipe break, we had a pipe break underneath the house, like, that led out to the spigot in the front of the house. And I don't know how to weld. I have no welding equipment. It's something that literally took this dude fucking 2 minutes.
Yeah.
$300.
Yeah.
It come out.
You should have called me, Sean. You could have put a shark bite on that thing.
No, because I had to cut. Well, I had to cut off it because it broke.
Yeah, I know. I could have. You had to buy a little cutter. You can buy that thing for like $5, and then the shark bite's like 10.
Yeah.
And then you would have been all set.
Well, live and you learn, I guess. But that
I will call. Always call Mike.
But he probably soldered it back on.
No, he did. He fixed it.
Yeah.
And I have a spigot, a working spigot. So.
Yeah.
But still.
But no, every time you call a plumber.
You know, that's like, those specialty stuff. Holy shit, dude. You pay out the fucking teeth just for them to show up to your house. It's like, ugh. Like, apparently, I was lucky that I called the guy I did, because a lot of times if they have to come on a Sunday, it's like it's prorated, and they charge you like another $100 on top of their their normal rate.
It's like, man, Sean, that was such an easy fix for him. He was probably smiling from ear to ear.
Prophet says it cost you $300, but being able to do that in 5 minutes took him years to learn and get the equipment. That's partially fair, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue that.
That's why it's a specialty trade. It still doesn't feel good to have to pay that money
for 2 minutes.
People bitch about my costs all the time, but they don't want to drag that fucking hog out of the mud pit. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's actually a good point.
I don't disagree with that. It's still fucking expensive. Like, I'm not a wealthy person. $300 just to have somebody do that was.
It hurt. It hurt inside. Yeah. No.
I didn't really have a choice. And me coming from a place of ignorance, it's not like not having a desire to do it. I tried to fix it myself. I couldn't. So
you should try to haggle with them. You should be like, hey.
Well,
let's say 100.
I was talking to mom's husband or boyfriend or whatever, Wayne, and he was like trying to get me to buy like the welding stuff, and I was like, you do things with that dude, never goes the way you think it's gonna go. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Now they have like a system where you could put that. They have like a shark bite where you don't have to weld it, and it just
it just closes it off, right? I mean,
well, no, it doesn't. It clamps onto it.
Okay.
And seals it, and then you can put another end on so you can put the spigot back on.
Oh, okay.
It's like an attachment speed. It's really cool.
Well,
didn't know that.
Good to know. Now I know that in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I have spigots. I'm good.
No, you got a spigot on your house.
I have no clue, dude.
You definitely have an outside spigot.
Where you have like your hose.
Oh, the hose. I'm thinking of the.
No, that's a sprinkler.
Sprinkler, that's what I was saying. Spigot, yeah.
Oh,
such a terrible name for some spigot.
You definitely have one. Mine leaks.
It leaks?
Slowly, a little drop.
A little drop every now and then. I mean,
the
you probably
cost
you fucking $10. Cost you $10 over the year. No big deal.
Yeah. I haven't replaced it yet.
Exactly. Well, I'm tired. That was a good episode. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I've been fucking packing all day. I'm fucking almost done. I'm gonna finish it up after we get off.
And when are you closing? On the 17th?
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, a lot can happen.
I fucking cry. I'll cry. I mean, I know. I mean, it's not. We've signed the papers.
Yeah.
I guess I've signed the contracts. I mean, we haven't signed obviously the papers, the final
obviously,
stuff.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
You gotta have lawyers present and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I know. It fucking sucks, man. Like, it has to be on the 17th right now.
Just go buy your house.
Well, it is what it is, dude. I gotta go home, and then Ryan's wedding, and then Paul's wedding.
Dan. Listen, just go buy your house.
I know. I will. I mean, I'll just have to do it remotely.
Just go.
Can you do that?
Just go there.
Yeah.
And get your keys the day you sign papers and go to your house.
You make sure you get your gift basket from your realtor. Tell her to drop it off.
Gift baskets.
She should give you one.
She's already done me a huge favor. I can't fucking ask her anything else.
I'm just teasing.
Mike, see, look, oh my God. See, we could have left and you would have thought and you could have been like, hey, Carol, gift basket?
Well, some realtors do that if they're,
no, she took a hit on her pay to help me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we got lucky. We had a good realtor. She bought us flowers, so that was nice of her. But
I'm just like, dude, lady, buy me a fridge. You guys gonna give me a gift? Buy me a fridge, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Look up dent and scratch places.
No, I've already been looking, dude.
Okay.
I've already been looking. I'm thinking. I called Home Depot and see if they said they have some stuff. So and like.
No, but did you look up like sometimes they'll have like a big store, like a big warehouse where they have like dented and scratched like appliances that come.
Nothing that I saw. Nothing around here. Nothing that was big. They had like some guy's house, like on Facebook.
Yeah, well, he's probably like, I want to buy from him.
Yeah, like it's not like a reputable place. There's no scratch and dent. But I might be able to get one off from Home Depot for like a few $100 off, like a couple $100, you know?
Yeah.
Off.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get one like that because I'm not trying to spend fucking $800 on a fridge, but if I have to.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I'll just go into like if I'm looking for things, I'll just walk around Home Depot.
Yeah.
And I'll like if I need like a window or something or like a door, I'll be like waiting.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll have like a return door, and I'll buy that bitch.
Really?
Yeah. But you got to go in there because you never know when the deal's gonna come.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm trying.
You got to take a loop. I'll just take a loop real quick.
I'm hoping with that stuff, maybe I can buy like a floor model, you know, something that's just been.
Well, that's what I mean. Take a loop in there. Just go in there every day. Take a loop.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying like just take a quick little loop.
Yeah.
Just go in there
because you don't know when the deal's going to be.
That's true. I might have to do that. I don't know if I want to get fancy and do like the water and like the ice maker.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah, my fridge that I got, man, is so crappy, but I'm just running that thing till it dries dead.
Yeah, me too. That's what we got at our house.
I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that. Maybe get one for like a couple $100 off of Facebook.
Dude, I replaced the freaking fan. I replaced a bunch of stuff in that fridge. They're expensive.
Dude, fridges are expensive, man. Fridges are really expensive because like if I even want to get like a cheap one, it's like cheapest I've seen is like $580.
Yeah. A lot of money. Houses.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, dude. Like, then I have to pay the $400 for the electricity to be turned on. I'm like, God damn it! I think.
John, do you have a lot of maintenance on your house?
What do you mean?
Just like regular on mine, it's kind of older, so like things are always kind of going. Like I got like tile falling off my bathroom wall, so I know it needs to be redone.
I think I'm probably like 2 years away from that. I can see it starting. That's why, like every year when we get like tax money and stuff, we do something to the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you have like maintenance.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Generally speaking, sure. Next thing up is the roof. Gotta get the roof changed. But waiting until that. Wait until I can, figure out something with the insurance, maybe.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. Prophet says to end out the night. Whoa, scratch and dent floor model refrigerators. Cutting fucking edge, guys. We are truly in our 30s. You know, Dan, what's sad? They're not even in their 30s yet. And this is the hot content people come to ZooBox for, to hear about your goddamn refrigerator problems. Shit.
Hey, man.
I try, Dan. Dan, Prophet, I try. I'm over here trying to make jokes. They're like, hold on, guys. Let's fucking talk about his goddamn dog pen. I'm just joking. That's cool.
That's a beautiful thing.
Hey, that's a beautiful dog pen, buddy.
No, I mean it's not a dog. That's a dog palace. That thing is like nice. Most dogs don't live in that kind of.
My mistake.
Most dogs live in squalor.
Hey, listen, we talk about normal life here. Talk about everything.
Oh, that's true. You caught us in one of our more somber nights.
Yeah, okay. It's been pretty somber. Yeah.
We're real people.
I mean, I tried to spice things up. I brought up murder-suicide as opposed to divorce. I didn't get any bites. You know, I tried. You know, sometimes when you swing and you miss. In terms of, well, I think it was successful. It was successful.
I tried. I had my joke. You ruined it about the porn.
Jesus
the porn
Christ,
skeleton.
The porn skeletons, and they can do that because they got boners.
Yeah, it was gonna be good. It was gonna be. I had it. I couldn't remember how it went. I lost track of the joke really quickly.
It's like it's a meta joke. It's like so bad that it's ironic. The funny thing is that you would even say it.
Yeah. Yeah. See? It's all about being meta, dude.
See, I'm a team player. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's about being a team player.
Exactly.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to know more about ZooBox, there's a bunch of links in the description for Facebook, for Instagram, for my Twitter, for Dan's Twitter. Also, if you'd like to hear us talk about any topics in particular, or suggest a movie for the random movie reviews and the ZooBox Goes to the Movies, leave it in the comments, and we'll put it on the list. And we'll get to it. Stay tuned for next week for more cutting edge home repair talk on ZooBox. Did you just buy a house? All right, everybody. Goodbye.